now in the CT, but Onyan
3v3 now. The Reyna ulti on the other side. Empress gets popped on the other side.
Ooh.
The Viper.
Does it connect?
Oh,
the trade.
The trade's everywhere.
Oh, but the Viper spit coming out.
1v1.
1v1.
Oh, Esperanza with the clutch.
takes a couple bullets instead. He's clearing out. Oh my gosh, he missed into everybody. And that's going to be going down. Nick also taking Koa in the meantime, and Lior, and Isaac Newton. Oh, he runs out of bullets for Donnie, but Onyan's got him on the trade.
He doesn't, you know, quote unquote die.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't even think he would have went down because no shot.
The angle. The
One
up.
stuck,
Destroyer.
2 stuck, 3 stuck.
Oh my god, 1, 2, 3. SJC just running in 1 by 1.
Nick getting the triple suck. C16 gonna get the flick to finish it off. Dirty.
UC Davis with the comeback. 6-6. Viper Sage Pistol. Look what it.
What? I'm sorry. The headshot collat?
Out there.
Oh, there's the Omen smoke. Onyan though, he's got 3, he's got 4. Is this the ace? Are they gonna give it to him? He knows he has contact. He's been spotted. They don't know where.
Oh, he's hit.
Onyan's firing blind through the smoke in hopes of getting Isaac Newton here. He's got the angle. Oh, that is map hacks if I've ever seen one. Wow.
And I'm Garrett. You can call me Garrett or Tech. I've actually had the honor to play in the Pelfall Frenzy, so I'm super excited for tonight's match, and I might hold a grudge against one of the teams, but I'm not going to say who. All right, so we're going to have some exciting matches. We're having a little bit of mic troubles right now, but that is no problem as we're soon to get into the Fall Frenzy Grand Finals. Super excited tonight, and I was kidding about the grudges. I don't hold grudges. It's okay. I'm just really excited to see these two teams play, and I hope we have some really great Valorant for you guys tonight. So we're going to be going into teams very soon here, but... let's hope so. Okay, well, we're still running into some problems, so I will be speaking for Tony. I will be relaying everything he says to you guys, all this juicy information here. So the two teams we have is Esports at UC Davis, or EaUCD Gold. We're going to be referring to them as Davis tonight. And then we also have Cougar Esports, who we'll probably just call Cougar Esports because it's simple enough. But I'm excited to see these matches. I hope you guys all are in chat. If you want to figure out our socials, I believe we have an !socials command, as well as some other things like maybe !YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Make sure you join our Discord server so you can keep up to date with what's going on. And yeah, I'm really excited for these games.
Indeed, as am I. Yep.
Yes, his mic works now. We're good to
Beautiful.
go. We
Let's
are
go.
set.
Yes. As you can tell, I'm in a bit different setting. I'm at my home studio, got a decent mic now. So, you know, as I was going to try and say earlier, I'm really excited. This is going to be some really fun match to see. You know, I'm hoping to see a lot coming out from these star players that we're always looking for, that we've been following this whole tournament. And, you know, let's go ahead and get right into it.
Absolutely. And there's some big names on both these teams. One of them that caught my eye and also caught my head in a couple of the games with his Sheriff is Shuda. He's a really incredible Jet player. I believe like Radiant top 300 or something like that. And you'll typically find him on Jet. He's on the starting roster. And if there's a map with an open space or anything, he will make it work with an Op, Vandal, Knives, Sheriff, whatever it may be. His shot is guaranteed to find your head. So we have some scary players, but not only from Cougar, but also from Davis. There's some really good players on their team too. So hopefully we'll get into these matches shortly and see what map these teams want to duke it out on.
This is true. And at the moment, does appear we'll be waiting on that. And so really, and it's interesting kind of having you here, Tech, because I've been casting a lot with Sandveer. Sort of every match I've done, I've been with Sandveer.
Mhm.
And Sandveer, he's not a player. He plays by himself, but he he doesn't really he doesn't have like player experience in these matches. And so I guess
Mhm.
coming from this player side, do you think, is there any sort of, I guess, anything you want to say concerning what it is like playing against these two teams? I know you've mentioned Shuda already and the
Yeah.
absolute dominance that he's showed in the field, but is there, are you, and I guess too, how, while I have your attention, how has being a player translated to now watching these matches? And then how did you you also played Cougar Esports twice. How did you
Mhm.
prepare going from map from game 1 to game 2?
Yeah, I mean, going from game 1 to game 2 is a huge like mental game. I think we managed to win our second map against them. So our first map, I believe we lost in overtime, and it was a really close game. And so we knew just what we had to improve on and what we could do moving forward. Put it into effect the next game, I believe. I think I'm thinking of the wrong week, but so far Cougar Esports is the only team we've lost to, and I believe we lost to them twice. So they do a really good job at just getting opening picks and just absolutely dismantling your team. And if they get the wrong person on your team, like maybe me on Astra or Sova, or just someone who's really important to pushing site, it really changes all of your strats, and you kind of just have to fly and ride it out. So these teams with really exceptional operators, especially on Jet and other players that are just super inconvenient. I know Chamber's not out yet, but we'll probably be seeing him soon in the next PEL tournament that we have. But yeah, they just having your team dismantled from the start is very difficult, and the first bloods are just as important as ever. So I'm really excited to see these two teams fight it out and just be the gladiators that they are, and we'll see how these heavy hitters perform under the pressure of grand finals.
This is true, and I, personally, I'm very familiar with Cougar Esports at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I casted the all the SU Bronco games against them, and they were really fun games to watch. But I guess I'm still a little in the dark concerning the Davis side of the coin. So, do you have any insight there as a player or as an observer that you might enlighten me and our viewers to?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure if I was on the starting roster for the week that we did play the UCD Gold team. But I've seen some clips, and I've had the pleasure of editing some of the clips together. And like they have really good players as well. I mean, I think we're in for a really good match. I know one of the names, Esperanto. I believe he was on like Arena that we saw in the opening clip on Icebox, and just really helping like clean up the kills. And that's just so important, especially against teams who you just get instantly headshotted to. Any body shot damage is so important moving forward, because you don't have to take the full 150 health off them, maybe only 100. So I don't know too much, but I'm excited to learn more and see as these matches go on. And I'm sure both these teams will be great. Are there any map picks that you want to see either team pick? Any maps in particular that you'd love to see go on?
Well, I've seen a lot of, I think it was Ascent,
Mm-hmm.
Icebox, and then we did go to a third map. I don't recall really which name.
I believe Bind, if I had to guess. I think both teams like Bind.
Perhaps that would be interesting for me personally. I just picked up Valorant not too long ago by virtue of the fact that I joined this whole operation. Thought, well, if I'm gonna be here, I should probably know what I'm talking about. Um,
Absolutely.
and so I know that there's been one map in particular that I've personally played on a few times. I don't think I've seen any of the teams play on it. It's either Fracture or Split, but it's the newer one with the zip line that runs through the
Yeah,
middle.
that's Fracture.
Yeah, I would be interested to see how teams handle that one, just because of I mentioned this in my first stream, maybe a little bit in my second one, but I come from a lot of Counter Strike. I
Mm-hmm.
played Counter Strike for years, and so seeing this amount of verticality and mobility and just this very unique map design in a tactical shooter is something that's very new to me. And
Mhm.
so I've been dying to see, I've already seen what the operators can do. I've already seen, or agents, I guess. I've already seen what the agents do. I've seen, the amount of finesse and skill that our players operate with. And so with this in mind, I've been dying to really see a unique map pick.
Yeah, I would love to see Fracture as well. I also come from CS, and that map's a lot of fun. I know some people don't like it, and I kind of understand why, just because you need to be constantly doing 180s and checking behind you. But it would be really interesting to see them play. And it did become legal in, I think, the second round of the tournament. So it's been legal for a while, and we've been pushing teams as hard as we can to try to get a Fracture match. But so far, no one has taken the bait, whether that be a good thing or a bad thing for the team. But both these teams made finals without it. But I would love to see finals with it. That's for sure.
It would be a finals to remember. And then, as I mentioned earlier, kind of on the topic of just what makes Valorant. As a player, when you see when you're either looking to pick an agent or counter agent, I guess kind of give me your thoughts on the state of agents right now. I understand there's a lot of controversy surrounding Jet. People say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, it's a selfish pick, it's a solo queue pick," but we've seen players like Shuda take this operator or agent and almost carry their team with it. I apologize. It's been a
No,
very
we'll get
long
it. Third time's the charm,
third
right?
time's a charm.
Two strikes. Two
It's been a
strikes.
long day, but he takes these they take these agents and they put the team on their back and they put them in a wonderful situations. He gets these opening picks. He moves into the site, he clears it out, and then you have
Exactly.
Viper who comes in and locks it down. You have a Killjoy who can essentially solo hold the site by herself with all of her gadgets and gizmos and whatnot. And so, as somebody who is really, has to work with this a lot, kind of what are your thoughts on the state of agents and anything of that nature?
Yeah, good question. I would say that Jet is almost essential in most comps on teams, actually. And some people may say it's like a ranked or selfish pick, but there's just no better agent on the operator. Like, you cannot beat Jet opping, and that's just, the two have become synonymous. If you have a good Jet and she's opping or vandaling on your team, like, she has a get out of jail free card that's so easy. You just press E or whatever you rebound it to, and you're safe for a couple seconds and can live to fight again. And so that's just so important. Like, on our team, we have Justin or Chung, and he just puts in work. I mean, he was dropping 30 bombs on Icebox against these other teams, and really just, it can dismantle them. But in terms of team compositions overall, it's usually pretty similar. And a lot of times you run into mirror comps where both teams are just playing the exact same per map. So we'll probably see something similar to that, give or take one or two agents. But it looks like we're going to be getting into the map picks very soon. It looks like Fracture and Breeze are banned. So
Much to my dismay.
Much to
but it
Tony's
looks like
dismay.
that blind pick that you were talking about earlier.
Absolutely. So they want to go ahead and get that out of the way. The first map will be bind, and I'm excited to see it.
This is true. As in mind, now the real question is, as we were mentioning earlier, will we get will we get the oh no, will we get the Icebox or the Ascent pick from from either of these teams? I understand that Ascent, if I recall correctly, was a very strong pick for Cougar Esports.
Yeah, I know that both teams are very confident on Ascent. I think for most teams, it's their best map. We did hear that Davis, I believe their best map is Icebox. So if they do go ahead and lose this first match, then we'll probably see Icebox as the second. But if we see Cougar Esports lose, it's probably heading to Ascent. We're going to see how that plays out. But make sure that you guys use your channel points in chat to vote for who you want to win. Make sure to show some support and spam the chat.
Exactly. I want to see all the emotes. I want to see all the relevant memes and whatnot.
I want to see your copy pastas in the chat. Give your energy. And yeah, Cougar Esports versus Davis. gold. Very exciting.
True. See, and then you know, I think I've played on this map once or twice. You know, as I said, I'm still fairly new to the game. But my question here is that what are your thoughts on the teleporter on the map? Because as I'm kind of refamiliarizing myself with the layout here, you know, there's the teleporter towards the middle of the map, and then there's the one that'll take you all the way from B back to around to A.
Yeah.
And so I guess what really for you, what significance does that hold? Obviously fast rotations for defenders that can also put them behind attackers. So that puts the attackers on edge. But then there's also the concept of fast rotations from attackers where they might commit a bunch of resources to A site and then slip through that teleporter and hit up the B site. And so with things of that nature, you know, sort of how have you seen it used, or how do you, you know, hope that these teams use it?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I think the teleporter that's the most popular is just the one that goes from A short to just outside hookah. And although it might not be used all the time for teleporting players, you see it a lot being used for utility. So if teams are running Sova on this map, oftentimes you'll see a dart fly through that teleporter into hookah to let the B players know and just give that little extra assistance, even though you're from the other site. Or you might see raised Roombas or shock darts or whatever that may be, just flying through that teleporter to give some information. But it is very helpful for defenders on a retake, just because you don't have to wrap all the way around through market. You're able to take that shortcut at the disadvantage of knowing that, like, alerting the entire enemy team with the sound of the teleport. It can be used to fake as well if you have a Yoru or an Omen. Hopefully we don't have a Yoru. We will see. I don't think either team is going to be selecting Yoru. But I mean, there could be an Omen on this map, as one ways are very strong with Omen and Astra.
This is true. And I think on that note, we will be getting started pretty soon here. Potentially with agent picks, maybe or not. But yes, beautiful. And so let's see what we've got going here on the side of Davis. We've got Smurfsicles, Esperanto, Bars, Various, C16. On the side of Cougar Esports, Karma, Shuda, Kwa, and Donnie, and Isaac Newton. All star players, all wonderful. And it looks like Cougar Esports is already locked in.
Cougar Esports are locked and loaded, and we have an Astra and Viper combo, which is very interesting because that's a whole lot of walls and smokes and utilities just to be everywhere. And they're going to be able to create a lot of space for Shuda on that jet to just fly through the sites, as well as having Donnie on the flasher, which is Sky. We'll be seeing a lot of map control with these agents. And it looks like almost a mirror comp from Cougar Esports. Or from Davis, rather. So that's what I was talking about earlier with those mirror comps. Is the meta is pretty established for these maps already. So we'll see if they're running the exact same setup.
Indeed. I guess while we're talking about mirror comps, does that ever rub you the wrong way? I know certainly when I play competitive games, you know, it definitely does get old when you see the same thing over and over and over again. But do you also think that propagates an environment for creative uses, more knowledge, and ultimately raises the skill floor and the skill ceiling for these characters?
Yeah, I like to break Valorant up into almost two different games. One of those just being the ranked experience or unrated, and the other one being in a full 5-stack in like a team setting. There's a lot of times like in ranked where you'll just see the typical agents, just Jet, Reyna, every single map they'll insta-lock, especially on maps like Bind. But when you do have that coordination of a 5-stack, you're really able to just get into some interesting tactics, and we'll see how they set up in this very first round.
True. Like we got Cougar Esports here on the defense, I want to say.
That's correct.
That is correct.
Yeah, on the defense.
Look at C16 moving up through the center. Can be setting out the bomb drone.
Yeah, Cougar Esports has 3 players on this site, actually. So maybe they've done their research and watched some of the Pell matches. And it looks like we're going to be getting into the first gunfight pretty soon here, assuming Donnie peeks back site.
C16 Donnie trading shots with C16. Neither finding any damage. Down to the little dink. C16 matching it. Bars coming in, Astro utility coming in. Esperanza gets caught out by the Astro thing, but Isaac Newton comes out from behind, finds 2. Karma also finding to kill Davis. 2 players. Cougar Esports 4. Now,
just like that, we're already in a 2v4 for Davis. It looks like they're going to try to rotate and find the other site, and they're nervous about their market flank, but everyone is rotated through CT spawn, so they might work their way towards long. With 40 seconds left, we probably won't see a teleport, but you can see that beautiful Radiant gun buddy on the C16's gun, and this is the level of competition we're at in these finals of the Fall Frenzy.
30 seconds left.
Sometimes I miss Counter-Strike where you just bought skins and you could pretend that you were good.
Well,
we didn't have anything like that. Ooh,
win.
Isaac, peeking in, gets caught out. Smurf chasing him down. Throws down the shock dart. Oh, but here comes the flash. Smurf moving in. Oh, gets caught out. Getting hit from behind, getting hit from all sides. Shooter, Isaac.
Wow,
It's
what a great round from
unstoppable.
Cougar Esports. Isaac picking up 3 kills with that ghost and really just dismantling Davis's team.
This is true. Not a lot of damage on the side of Cougar Esports. Isaac with 3 kills. Shooter 1. Karma another.
And C16 as the only one.
I have yet to see Karma, so I'll be very interested to see how this plays out. Only fairly level buy here coming out from both teams. Some light armor. Cougar Esports favoring the heavy armor, but both teams with 3 Spectres and a Sheriff. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, because Davis was able to get the spike down, they're able to force up this round. But if they do lose, it's going to be an economic struggle for the next few rounds coming, as players on Davis are working their way towards bathroom and just playing defaults, looking to see if anyone from Cougar Esports will expose themselves and give them a free pick.
This is true, Shooter. Waiting for that peek coming out from Davis. Yep, finds C16. Cole moving up. Ooh, finds the quick peek and runs away. He gets away. Location being revealed, though. Barry chases him down, tries to find him, and he does. As Davis pushes further into the site, trading kills. We are now looking for more. Various catches Donnie out. Isaac running around with that knife out. You see the teleport coming out. That teleport rotating all the way to the B site, but it looks like Cougar Esports read it and is just matching them with it. Karma moving into the back, getting some of that Astro utility out. Smurf Skull's getting spot out. Isaac
Ooh, the fake
knowing
plan.
exactly where he is. Another shock dart coming out. Ooh, and he tries to peek out, but he can't exactly beat him. He's got the utility. Karma catching Various in the back. And Cougar Esports securing the second round, breaking that Davis economy that we were talking about.
With the team ace as well, all players picking up 1, and that was a good use of the teleport. Like you mentioned earlier, it's just nice to use at the end of the round. It's quick and gets the job done, but unfortunately Cougar Esports knew what they were doing, had a player positioned in spawn, and ultimately just won their gunfights.
This is true. Let's see, we see sheriffs coming out from almost every single player on Davis. That's definitely a new one. We see Cougar Esports stacking this hookah hard. Ooh, C16 peeking out. Wow, just absolutely annihilating Shooter, who fails to land a shot here. Looks like that Astro utility still coming out. And Cougar Davis, after finding that peak, moves to that ace site. Hopefully getting a little pressure off. You see C16 moving in hard, moving in fast.
Here's that Astra and Viper utility, just putting in so much work.
Esperanza and Smurfsicles find 2 kills though and shut down the momentum from Cougar, and it keep pulling this momentum forward for Davis. As Cougar Esports struggle to hold on to the site suddenly. I thought the all sheriff was kind of a joke, but it looks like I was wrong. They're trading fire. Isaac does find Esperanto.
Standing ahead.
Sends out that shock dart. Spike is down. On the back foot, looking to get any sort of momentum, spraying through the smoke. Donnie, though, he's got the flank, finds a kill on the Smurfsicles. Maybe throwing out that flash. Isaac moving deftly onto that site, and Donnie keeps catching him out, and suddenly it's a 1v1. C16, ooh, stalling out for as long as he can. Oh, but Donnie can't quite find it. Looking for that right click, was it? On that, oh god, what is is that good?
On the classic. It looks like we might be pausing here soon because it looks like we had a disconnect on Kua for Cougar Esports. So we'll be reconnecting very soon. But yeah, that classic was nerfed actually. So that right click did not land.
This is true. Although I may not know a lot. I do know though that I've seen a lot of clips resurfacing of a lot of people not convinced that it's been fixed. And if I do recall, the alternate fire fires 3-round burst, if I'm correct, right?
That is correct. Yeah, I'm not sure if it used to do more or if the spread was just less than before. But I mean, the classic is just a force to be reckoned with. Less so now just because of the nerf, but it still gets the job done sometimes. I mean, especially when the other team doesn't have armor or is already tagged up from something like a Spectre round. I mean, the right click, all 3 bullets to the chest still does a decent amount. All 3 to the head, maybe even more. So it's definitely no joke. Despite that gun being free, it puts in some serious work and economic damage.
This is very true. And as I was saying, I was pretty surprised to see Davis pull out that performance on the sheriffs. You know, I was talking. I see. I didn't know what to expect from from Davis at least. I've seen my fair share of Cougar Esports. I've seen how dominant they can be, but seeing Davis just pull out 4 sheriffs and absolutely decimating their opposition, that was a beautiful thing to see. And so when I was saying earlier that I'm excited for these matches, I've been met. I have been given the match that I want to see.
Yeah,
it looks like it's going to be a back and forth battle this evening.
C16 just giving you that daily dose of your sheriff shots to the head on to shoot it with that opening pick hookah. I mean, you can see both teams are a force to be reckoned with, and we have some heavy hitters on both teams. One thing that is really important to note is the raise of C16 combined with the Astra of Karma. You might see some pull and nade plays, which are a huge thing. People use their gravity well to pull the enemies into a single location, and then that raise nade, the paint shells just come through and do some serious damage. So be on the lookout for when they push B site. You might see a little pull back site and a nade flying towards their direction. So just something to keep note of as we continue this match here soon.
Amen. That is my favorite thing about watching these higher level players go. You know, I can look anywhere and I can find somebody who can handle a gun, but I can't look anywhere and find somebody who, as you said, can take an Astra, can take a raise, and turn these, use these utility to truly their fullest.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that in mind, it's always a pleasure watching 2 teams who know what they're doing collide.
Absolutely. That's just the great thing about 5 versus 5 Valorant and about these teams in general. I mean, we've made it all the way to the finals now, which is a best of 3, and these teams are they never disappoint. I'm sure you saw in the highlight video before. I mean, it's like every game there's a few or more clips to put together, and they just keep pumping them out as long as we keep giving them matches to play. So we'll see whoever the winner is of this one. I'll love to see him again in the next tournament, as well as everyone who's previously entered this one. I'm excited to see, especially next season, in addition to this one. And I just love to keep the Pacific Esports channel active and going, and being able to be here with you, Tony, and cast these games.
Indeed. It's a beautiful thing. That's the thing about esports that I think is the best part, is that it really does sort of bring people together in I'd say arguably better ways than, other traditional sports. Not saying that other traditional sports are bad. I've seen, there's the camaraderie, there's the chaos, there's all that. But I find with esports, it's a little bit tighter knit of community, and it brings out the best people, and it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. So as you were saying, I really do hope that these teams decide to join in on any later tournaments, events, and such that are put together, because it truly is a wonderful thing to witness.
It's great, and especially just because of this pandemic, everyone's been home and been gaming and grinding, and so it's always nice to hop on and and be able to find your friends online and get together. And maybe you guys can even put together a 5-stack of your own in the chat. We do have Division 2 as well, not only just this Division 1. So if maybe you're not Radiant or Immortal or whatever, you can feel free to gather some people together and enter Division 2. And that's always a lot of fun. We've heard great things from both of these teams, and even get your highlights featured on our own social medias.
Amen. Tech, what was your what was the game you played over quarantine?
The game I played over quarantine, let's see. I would say Valorant, Rocket League, and a lot of modded Minecraft were my vices and addiction of choice.
Yeah, I know my mates they had a modded Minecraft server for about a week and they lost interest in it.
That's about how it goes. 1 to 2 weeks and everyone's burned out because you put in hours in that game. With Valorant, each game is about an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour, maybe longer if you
give or take.
Unless you go into overtime.
Like go to OT or you get blown out or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be a bit of a struggle to grind so many games per day. I mean, you'll see some of these players have 300 to 400 competitive wins over the season, and assuming a 50, like, I don't know, maybe around a 50% win rate in this game, you probably have like maybe 700 matches played, 600 to 700 played, which probably equates to something like 500 to 800 hours. So I mean, people seriously put in work on these games, and it shows in these matches just by all these opening picks and even the little things you might see that aren't reflected in the KDA are just so useful and beneficial to a team that sometimes it's hard for us as casters to catch, actually. But sometimes you'll see like a Sova or Astra on the bottom of the scoreboard, but they are not lacking in team spirit and just great utility usage.
This is true. That's also, one of the cool things that I like is seeing or hearing the team comms over the what is it after the post match, hearing all the team comms and seeing the communication and seeing sort of the camaraderie and as you're saying, this team spirit that comes with it, because there really is that is a huge part of the element of esports, is sort of being able to hold each other there and hold each other together, hold each other up. I understand, some people, they might sit there and if they're getting destroyed, they'll seethe, they'll just want to quit. But then there's that one teammate who says, "You've got this, babe. Let's do it. Get it back together." And that's all they need. And then there's the one guy who, he may not be great, but he can think about 6 steps ahead of the enemy team, and that's all his job is.
Yeah.
It's not he says, Shuda, you go what is it, take them all out, and then I'll organize how we get out of there. It's sort of seeing the multi-layered and multifaceted nature of all of these players is always so entertaining and so beautiful to witness, because it does, as you were saying, it shows really the true skill and technicality of these players that I think a lot of people tend to miss or forget. They put a lot of names, they put names to attributes, shooters, oh, he's the jet main, the op main, the guy who just absolutely destroys everyone, but he's probably more than that. And that's not something you necessarily see outright in these streams, but that might be something that you see when you delve behind the scenes or you talk to one of the players. So
Exactly.
All in all, I'm, like I said, I am I love watching these players. I love seeing how it goes, and it's just, love it. It's a beautiful day to be alive.
It is a beautiful day to be alive, indeed. And like you touched on, like team morale and just overall team spirit is so important. I mean, these games are very long, and sometimes you can lose by 1 to 2 points, just 1 to 2 rounds, and you're done. Like, it's happened to us numerous times, and you just have to bounce back and get back into that next map. And even though you might not be the highest on the scoreboard, like just screaming out nice after every kill or calling strats or whatever, like it's a lot of work, and it really helps out, especially. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people will know in their ranked games, even if you just say like, "Yo, what's up, guys?" Like at the start of the agent select, like you'll probably have a much better game, and that's what's really great about these teams. I believe we do have a little bit of information on these two teams. Let's see, Davis, they're approaching a full year of playing together as a team. So we do have that team chemistry, and the IGL is probably getting better at doing what he's doing and everyone else is. Cougar Esports is actually a high school team, believe it or not, since this tournament is open to high school and college players. So they say we are a high school team and we all met through this club, and now they're good friends. So hey, you never know. You can even meet IRL friends through video games. Who would have guessed that sitting in your room sometimes, maybe late nights gaming, can lead to real life relationships, which is awesome.
Amen. One of my best mates. So I started playing games with sort of my main group of mates in 8th grade, and one of them said, "Hey, I've got this, god brother, I guess, yeah, it was his god brother because I've got this god brother, and he plays COD Zombies. He played a lot of COD Zombies, and I said, fine, he can play. I'm chill with him, or I'm chill, whatever. And then I think I met him, and we continue to play games these days, but I met him in person for the first time. I think it was junior year. No, it was before that. Or was it? It might have been before. Yeah,
Time is an illusion.
Time is an illusion, honestly. Well, that's the thing about quarantine. It just kind of made about 2 years kind of blur and scrunch into this nice, tight, neat ball that you just have to rotate a few times, and then you realize your thumb's covering something, so you have to rotate it again. And then it's upside down, and then you have to rotate it again. All in all, it's pretty crazy.
That's a pretty good analogy of it. I like that.
Indeed. But all in all, I mean, we made it through. We're still on the tail end of it, but things are getting better. Things are going well. And all we could say is we're back. And it don't matter because we're still here. We're casting an esports game. We're watching an esports game.
That's all that matters.
We're loving it. That's all that matters. The great fortune and missteps that led us here have all aligned. That is what matters.
Truly, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And maybe this tournament's meant to be. We'll see which team is able to take it, Cougar Esports or Davis. Do you have a preference, or do you have a team that you're rooting for? I'd like to know.
Well, personally, I say again, I've seen Cougar Esports a lot. It's sort of a visceral fascination that I have with them, where I want to see them, I guess, absolutely blow out UC Davis just because it'd be entertaining to watch. But at the same time, I want to see the underdog story. I want to see Davis fight back just as hard and fight tooth and nail and scrape out a victory against Cougar Esports. It's two sides of the coin, both of which will make for a very entertaining match. And I mean, so I could go either way, 50-50. You love seeing the star players perform. Yeah, although with Astralis that got pretty boring because they just freaking smacked every single team back and forth.
For all the Counter-Strike players out there, you should know that one.
Yeah, you definitely know. Rip the roster though. Honestly, rip like every roster. The entire TCS community has just gone. We're
seeing a lot of teams now entering Valorant. So I mean, even Sentinels, who are the #1 team in the world and have proved it multiple times, consists of like mostly CSGO players. I mean, you have Tens, you have Shazam, was Dapper Overwatch? I think
Dapper was Overwatch. I can't recall him ever being on a roster unless he switched his name. I don't know.
Yeah, never know. But I mean, having that background just in FPS games and tactical shooters, I think is so important. So if you do decide to grind Valorant instead of CSGO, I think we'd all be here for it. And speaking of grinding Valorant, we actually did reach our channel point goal where Matt, the founder of Pell, will be playing ranked on stream on this channel, which will be a blast to see.
Oh dear. Do you know if he's any good?
Since he's technically my boss, I'm not allowed to say anything, but I heard that he's not here right now, so I don't know, maybe I can talk a little bit of smack, but I believe he's silver and bronze.
Let's say what's the word on the street? Allegedly.
Allegedly, word on the street is that he is silver. So we'll see how the stream goes. I'm excited for it. We'll see. We'll see when we get to it. But that'll be a blast. And I think we might be having community nights, especially in Pell. We've had talks about that, whether that be playing Valorant 10-mans or just other popular games. Like I know Crab Game is a really funny one, so we might see some people doing that, or just a whole lot of different games like that, just to interact with our community more and learn more about what you guys all are interested in, and how we can interact with you and just make it a more fun viewing experience, and give you guys the chance to interact with us.
This is true. And I know as much as you love to stare at these two beautiful blocks on the screen, looks like we got some news. We will be resetting the lobby and rolling back the score. Whether that's to 1-0 or 0-0, we'll see. But
yeah, I'm gonna guess 2-1. I'm not sure if you replay a round if somebody disconnected, or if you just kind of take the L on that because your player disconnected. But I believe Kua from Cougar Esports was the one that disconnected. If the score is rolled back to 2-1, I think that Davis had just won an eco round because C16 hit some incredible sheriff shots. So the economy for Cougar Esports would be a little bit messed up, but fairly even on money. So we'll go ahead and see very quickly here, or very soon.
Indeed.
But a close match already. And if you're watching on the West Coast, it is 5:34 p.m. If you're watching somewhere else, tell us what time it is. Hopefully it's not too late or too early. But we appreciate you coming out here and supporting your favorite teams.
This is true. Well, do we know where Cougar Esports is from? I'm pretty sure they're I think they're a local team.
I believe so.
Yeah, so I think most of the blokes watching this will probably be probably in the same time zone as us, 5:30. Well, what are your thoughts on it being darker earlier? Personally, I love it.
I like it when I don't have to go out. It's the same for me with rain, right? Like I love it when it rains all the time. It's amazing. It's like my favorite weather, overcast, but then I have to go outside and then it's raining and you get wet and it's windy and cold. I hate it. So yeah, I don't mind it getting dark earlier, but speaking of getting dark, we are going dark because we are hopping into a break very quickly here. And we're going to go ahead and see you very soon once this match is set up.
This is true. Greetings. Did you think that we'd be gone for long? That's right, we're back. So after some technical difficulties, some technical woo-ha, whatever the heck, we are going to be rolling it back 0-0. Starting at the beginning of the game. Keep it real, keep it simple. You know, maybe we'll see. You know, we talked about me and Sam Beer were talking about a lot is that Cougar Esports was a very momentum-based team. You know, you gave it to them and they would run with it. Oh gosh, how long was it? It was the Super Bowl 8 years ago now, I want to say.
So specific.
Well, because it was the 49ers versus someone else, and there was a blackout in the middle of the game. And right after that, the 49ers picked it up. And so I'm curious to see, you know, if the same logic will be able to apply here. Looking at Cougar Esports back on defense. Davis back on offense, stacking a little bit towards his B site. And we will see what they decide to do.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a B hit again. This is what they chose to do last time. And you can see here, once again, Cougar Esports has 3 players on B, which I've never seen before. But I think is probably a better idea for this pistol round, just because retaking B with short-range weapons like classics or just anything where you don't have the angle is extremely difficult.
This is true. So we see the utility coming out from both teams. Isaac Newton. Shock dart coming out, finding nothing. Davis trying to peek over that smoke. C16 finding Isaac with the peek over that Astra smoke. A beautiful shot as we see Davis creep up to this side, but we also see them moving onto this A site as, oh my goodness, as Jet speeds away. Karma finding a kill to Esperanto. Spike going down on A with that.
Oh man, just look at all this utility on the map. I mean, we have 2 Vipers, 2 Astros. I mean, they got the spike down with the
Karma finding a kill. C16 finding another race on the Karma. Donnie, trading with C16. C16 taking him out, finding 3 kills. And Davis wins round 1.
Wow, I mean, what a sight take, right? You saw we had the snake bites paired with Astra pulls, paired with Viper walls. I mean, there was all sorts of garbage just being tossed at the site, and it was after C16 got that pick on the B site. So a really great fake from them, and we're just able to overwhelm the Cougar Esports defense.
This is true. And as before, see a very full buy coming out here from Davis. Full armor and primaries to go around. Take flight. So see movement towards this A site. Viper wall splitting it in half. Esperanto coming up, moving through that Astro smoke, having no fear whatsoever. Catches Cool out. As Davis will take the site. And oh my goodness,
the whole team is
stacking in that hallway. Various and Esperanto. Whoa, spraying him down. Various taking out 3 with a single spray.
Oh, that was a bloodbath, but it's a good thing it happened in showers because they'll be able to just turn them right on and clean that all down the drains. What a brutal push. We saw all the members of Cougar Esports actually going through that teleporter, just trying to retake the site together, and the Spectre is a great weapon of choice for just dismantling ecoing players on that second round.
This is true, and as we see, now we get a full buy coming in from Cougar Esports. Rifles and armor around of varying degrees. Davis opting to not buy up, probably saving a little bit. See that Viper wall again, splitting that A site in half on the side of Davis. A lot of stacks toward the B side. Cougar Esports rotating back off as we see some utility and fire traded back and forth on this A site. C16 moving up. Ooh, gets caught out as Shuda catches him with his knife out. Various picking up his rifle and going.
Oh, such unfortunate timing from C16 on Davis. Koa manages to pick up one of his own, and these Astra smokes will come out. As you can see, the whole Davis side deciding to push site. Oh, Esperanto just runs out of bullets, but Various is able to get 1 through the smoke. But not before Shuda trades him back. 2 players on the court. Shuda with 3 and 4K from Shuda. Cougar Esports takes their first round of the map.
And there we go. That's that Shuda that we've been hyping up and talking about all game, as we see finding those 4 beautiful kills. An unfortunate one onto the Viper as he catches him with his knife out. But it is of little matter, as there is still so many more rounds to go. And you know just as well as I do how things can flip on a dime real quick, especially in this environment with 2 teams battling for dominance. Davis stacking heavily towards the A site, splitting it down the middle again.
Yeah, they're finally able to buy this round. The last round was a bonus. They were just trying to get as much damage to the other team economically as they could with those Spectres and not repurchasing. So Shuda just managed to one-tap all of them with the Vandal though. So very impressive. And it looks like Davis is going to be working their way towards A. They have 2 short, 2 bathroom, and one of them just holding the flank.
This is true. So we see Cougar Esports down the sights, not moving to not making any big money moves right now. This is very, very safe economic moves here. This is undercutting your competition just to make sure you can sell your papers. Various sending out that drone. Shuda. Oh, almost sneaks under it. But as he moves, Bars, oh my goodness, almost catches him out. Various throwing out that Sova ult, finding no damage whatsoever.
30 seconds.
That's why
left.
Jed is so
Davis
useful.
will take that opportunity, spotting 2 on the site to start pushing into the A site. Spike going down, and Koa manages
down
to
A.
find a kill on the Smurfsicles. Denying the plant. Karma sitting in the corner, but gets found out by Various. Bars defending the spike plant this time. 12 seconds to go. Shuda is taken out by Esperanto, and C16 killing Koa. Bars, catting around the corner with Donnie.
Oh, Donnie gets a second.
Donnie with the second, Donnie with the third. Suddenly in a 1v1, and he aims down sight.
No
kill.
way.
Donnie secures the round. That surely lost round for Cougar Esports, but he pulls it back, finds that kill, and ties up the game. Like I was saying, this can go either way right now.
Wow, what a round from Donnie. Seriously impressive. On Sky, just using those flashes to the best of his ability. And just like we said, I mean, heavy hitters from both teams. And with that Vandal, just manages to find all the headshots in all the right places to secure the round. 2-2 Cougar Esports. And they should have money advantage. As you can see, we're kind of on a half buy or a little anti-eco here from Davis with the Marshals and Spectres. But I mean, the Marshal's dangerous. You can land a headshot from almost any range, and I believe from any range in the kill. But a huge push right now coming out from Cougar
C16
Esports.
looking for a kill, but Shuda with the ult takes him out. Donnie finds another, finding 2 even. Oh my goodness, and Shuda and Donnie just create a bloodbath, killing every single Davis player on site, leaving no one standing.
I mean, Davis got 1 kill onto the Sova, so that's not too bad, but not for the price of all of their own lives. 3-2, and oh, it looks like okay, both teams will be able to buy, and you can see Shuda's on the op already. This will be something you have to look forward to or look out for if you are on the side of Davis here, and that's probably why they're opting to go towards the B site this round. So we'll see them working up slowly.
Donnie immediately with that Sky Flash pushing off Davis, hoping to relieve a little of the pressure that they're probably feeling. Again, with that Viper ult splitting A side down the middle, you know, taking Cougar Esports' resources and divvying them up. As you see, Various comes in with the shock drone, and it looks like a lot of movement. Davis holding down Hookah, trading some fire even. Maybe looking for another peek over that smoke perhaps.
Ooh.
Oh, but the smoke comes down and Shuda just deletes Various.
He's stuck in the cubby, so a
Davis.
nade might be coming his way, but it looks like C16 is just going to hold the angle inside Hookah.
That smoke's still out. Esperanto finding one right over the smoke, through the wall onto Donnie. Shuda looking for another peek, waiting for that Astra smoke, although I don't know if that actually goes down. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bars predicts the flank from Isaac and just clotheslines him with bullets.
Yeah, I mean, Davis has the player advantage, but with 35 seconds left, it looks like they're going to have to work their way towards this B site. Shuda is still sitting there in that cubby. I would have expected him to move already, but it looks like Astra doesn't have any utility to spot him out. So he might be able to get a few picks here. The pull comes out, the gravity well. No one's quite out of Hookah now.
It's going down, finds a kill into Esperanto, falls back into the tube. Shuda finds another kill. Ooh, is he going to find a third? No, Smurfster kills will headshot him, taking him out immediately. Karma moving on to that site, finds that spike planter, but can't exactly get a kill onto it. Rushing through the smoke, not even caring. Karma finding a kill on the Bars. And Bars finding a kill on the Koa. But suddenly we're in a 1v1 situation here. Karma not aware of Smurfsicle's position. May get caught in the side here. Ooh.
Oh,
And as I said,
close.
that's exactly what happens. Smurfsicles turns into Smurfsicles as he takes out Karma to find Davis's third round. Davis 3, Cougar Esports 3.
Yeah, Davis is fighting back and just clawing their way through victory. They're not even going to have enough for full buys for all the players. Looks like only 3 will be able to purchase Phantoms or Vandals. Make that 2 as some money's being spent.
And we got a judge coming out here from C16. Let's hope, let's see what they can do with this. Oh, two judges coming out from Bars and C16.
Oh, we love
Looking
to
for
see
a
it.
very aggressive play here by the looks of it. As we see Knives Out running through all this utility. Davis flooding onto the side. Koa just completely at loss. Razel coming out C16. Ooh, looks for a kill, but Various yoinks it out from under him. Ashuda moves onto the side. Vandal in hand, ready to kill, ready to find anything. But there's no one in sight. There's too much utility. You can't see anything. Smurfsicles getting that spike down for free. Oh, Bars. Ooh,
Oh, the Astra ult comes out.
The
This
Astra
is
ult is on the other
super
side of the wall.
convenient.
Anybody who comes to that wall is going to have a very bad surprise. Donnie looking for a kill. Spots someone out. C16 out. Oh, as we see Bars sprint through that Astra ult. Utility coming out. Boom. Smurfsicles killing the shooter. Ooh, Donnie moving. Donnie with a kill. Ooh, spots Bars. Oh, this is so tight. There's so much close quarters here. Isaac finds a kill on the C16. Another kill on the Esperanto. He's moving in. Spike's about to go down. Karma with the defuse. Smurfsicles, the only last hope for Davis as he sprayed through the smoke. Can't find it. Donnie shuts down Smurfsicles. And Cougar Esports will take the site despite the very aggressive short-range comp from Davis.
Gosh, and both teams just clawing at this A site, just trying to get a shred of information and a shred of damage onto the other team. I mean, we saw, I believe, 4 ults that round. I think we saw the Astra ult, maybe it was 3. We saw a Raze ult, Astra ult, and a Sova ult coming out.
I think that's exactly what happened.
And it's brutal. I believe all from Davis.
Yes, I think you're right. That is very
So
right.
them losing that round is pretty brutal just in terms of ultimates and utility goes. And it looks like they're just going to be just absolutely storming their way out with sheriffs on the site. I mean, C16 is already inside U-Haul. Pushing through with the sheriff here. Koa gets a nice kill. Ooh, and the shock star comes out, but they're planning triple actually, so they do have players inside bathroom. The Viper ult comes out. Isaac running through, manages to get one. Shuda picks up one of his own, and just like that, it's a 4 versus 2 with the weapon advantage for Cougar Esports. But Smurf has the snake bite down, and they're trying to find it. Donnie and Shuda will clean up the round though, and they'll wait for that snake bite to dissipate before they can clean up that spike.
Beautiful. A very clean performance coming out here from Cougar Esports, losing only a man, and I don't even think burning an ult there. I think they still have all 4. This could be very good for Cougar Esports if they can shift a little more momentum towards their side. Either that, or they can pull back any round that they might lose. So very exciting to see. We got a full buy coming out here from both teams. Davis kind of on the back foot here. Looking a little shaky with their eco, hopefully with a little bit more loss bonus though. So perhaps it's not too catastrophic. Cougar Esports has a little cash to burn right now, so we'll see. Looks like we got a split, a little more pressure coming here towards this B side. C16, ooh, moving out, but gets flashed out. With the spike, pushing with the spike. Interesting tactic, throws it back to his teammate though. Ooh, C16. Rushing into the site. Probably looking for a pick here as they don't expect it. Ooh, Donnie under that smoke. Ooh, and he catches out C16 moving just below his vision. Shuda finding kill on the various Esperanto. Back on the Shuda Koa on the Smurfsicles. Esperanto, excuse me. Looking for something as Bars kills Donnie through a wall.
It looks like they have the site for free though. There's only Isaac sitting elbow, and the 2 other players are coming through spawn right now, and it looks like they've just realized that. A nice start coming out from Isaac. Won't manage to spot out any of the opponents. This is so winnable.
Attempts to roll out, but he can't. Gets taken out by Esperanto. Immediately gets taken out by Kua. And then Koa will just delete Bars.
Kua with 10 HP is just doing work on these retakes.
Oh. the BM. That was pretty gnarly.
Thankfully, they both have their ults, so they do a little bit of troll, and they're probably having fun laughing it up in the comms.
Down on them, my friend.
This is true.
With that team spirit we mentioned being so important, and Cougar Esports being up 6-3 should be feeling pretty hot right now. I mean, Donnie and Shuda both on 12 frags right now. Very impressive for the 9th round.
Dude, it looks like even more are going to come in as Shuda finally gets that op we're talking about. So we see a little partial buy coming in from side of Davis. A little bit cash to burn, but some armor, some sheriffs, and we've seen what they can do with these sheriffs. As they're now shifting over to the A site, rather. You see a little bit of utility coming out. Various taking a pot shot at Shuda, not connecting, finding anything. Shuda looking to peek down this alleyway. Might find a kill, who knows? Bam! Oh, almost lines up for the double. Kills Bars, kills Esperanto, swings back. Ooh, but C16 says, no, don't come back out of that smoke or I'm going to take your face off. As we see the momentum from Davis shut down. But not entirely. They're still looking for this A site. Arius, ooh, almost gets caught through that smoke, but manages to fall back a little bit. C16 getting popped by Karma. Karma looking for a kill. Oh, but the spray! Arius manages to get a kill on him, but it doesn't matter because Donnie says, I'll avenge you. With Ko saying, oh, you killed that guy? Alright, I killed the other guy. We're good.
Cougar Esports
find a 7th round, putting the score at 7-3. Cougar Esports.
Cougar is just so good at trading back and forth, and I mean, they all mentioned that they're part of the same club in their high school, and I mean, they must have been playing a lot together, and especially now that 5 stacks can play ranked together. I'm interested to see how often they do that, but 7-3 Cougar Esports, and I never see 3 players on this B site on defense. Maybe I need to try that out because it seems to be working for Cougar.
This is true. Getting spotted out. Shuda looking for something. Oh, but Davis wraps around the back. Oh, and catches him by the surprise. C16 killing Isaac and Esperanto taking Donnie down. And they have just ninja'd onto this B site. As you see Shuda trying to make any sort of progress. Maybe trying to catch out C16 there. As we see Davis moving on to the A side actually.
Yeah, and Cougar has already started to rotate. Bars just manages to get Kua. This is huge for them as it's a 4 versus 2. Karma gets flanked by Esperanto from the CT door, and it's all down to Shuda with that op. We'll see if he decides to save. I mean, he's just coming out of bathroom teleport, I believe. He's creeping up towards bathroom, but doesn't know that C16 is behind him. They're both shift walking though. C16 should see him in a second, and he does. Davis manages to take the round, bringing it back 7-4, and don't call it a comeback, or do if you're a Davis fan. Last round of the half, so we're going to see some serious spending from both teams. Even an Odin on Isaac, who I believe has been playing the B side, so this will be useful through the wall of that or the wall of U-Haul.
Indeed. Looking for that pressure on the hookah, perhaps. Also, wait, you're telling me that 5 stacking just became a thing?
That's true. So it just became a thing again in ranked. I think it was for the first season, but above Diamond 3, you now are able to 5 stack with a reduced RR penalty.
Got it. That's kind of surprising, but it doesn't matter. As we see Davis, per usual, sends up the boom bot. That side shoot off, looking hard at the op. Wow, gets friggin' Lambo peaked by C16, but it doesn't matter because Isaac shuts them down, cutting them in half with bullets. Let's look at Various, looking for a little bit of info here, doing something, and Isaac will need that. Oh, but Various pulling out that ult, looking for maybe some damage to the ult, so turning back more than Isaac meets his ult and gets the kill before Various does. Just saying, no, don't try that. I'll win that game every time. Davis.
Oh, this is so dangerous for Karma.
Ooh, getting a little antsy. Maybe gonna try and make a move here. Smurf Skulls, ooh, pushing through the smoke.
Doesn't manage to get pulled though, so he's not fragile. In kind of a scary spot right now. This Astro Wall is up though as they're fighting inside U-Haul, just trying to take back what little space they can. The Snake by making them fragile if they go in, but Bars has a really nice smoke inside.
This is true. One enemy remains. Cougar Esports stacking on that one side. Wow, and just like that. 3 kills are traded in the matter of a second. The Cougar Esports will find their 8th round.
Yeah, an 8-4 half, not too bad for Davis. They can easily come back. I believe defense side is typically favored for teams of this rank, so it is a bit easier to defend than it is to attack, and we're going to see Cougar Esports take their shot at attacking now. So we'll see if they fall apart here or if they're able to maintain their lead and take the first map of this best of 3.
This is true. Per usual, we see that that Viper wall coming in, splitting the A site straight down the middle. Cougar Esports stacking a little bit harder towards this A site. We do see the spike that direction. And we see 4 of Davis's players on the A site, maybe even looking to rush and meet them. We'll see. As Esperanto leads the charge. Oh, but they'll go around each other maybe.
Yeah, Koa's just sitting up there, so we'll see if Esperanto decides to push that. He might have a little terrifying thing waiting for him. 4 players
about to
here.
swing out and matches Esperanto, but they only spotted 1.
They did only spot 1. It looks like the player's bathroom will decide to rotate back, and the flash through the teleporter from the defender is super useful.
It's true. Smurfsicle spotting them all out. C16 finding one. Smurf finding another. Karma. Oh, that jump shot onto C16. Just absolutely dominating here. As you see that Davis have the man advantage by 2. So we see the Cougar Esports start creeping back towards this site.
Astra and Jet are probably the 2 agents you would want in this clutch, though. I mean, we have the Astra utility. She still has 2 things left, so she'll be able to at least smoke a couple areas, and just Jet being able to dash away, which she still has, as well as 2 smokes of her own. So it looks like we have a 2-2 split here coming out from Davis, and the Cougar Esports are going to make their way towards the B site. No one's rotated yet, so they haven't been spotted, but
Shooter gonna push through the smoke. Oh, but both players on the side of Davis completely missing them, as they might be able to get a plant there. Esperanto spraying through the smoke, maybe possibly seeing him. Spike's going down. No other option but to stick it. As you see the rotate coming out from Davis.
Gravity Well just misses the planner.
Stuck on site. Ooh, we see some fire exchange. Shooter finding in the back. Oh, trading some awkward shots from Smurfsicles, who comes out on top. Esperanto shutting down Karma, and Davis will take first round of the half, putting the score to 5-8. Various with a little bit of BM, delaying that defuse. Maybe he'll do it again. No, he won't. Defenders win.
Their lives are so meaningless.
With that in mind, let's see how Cougar Esports shifted up. Or Davis. Depends.
Yeah, I mean, Davis will be able to buy here, most likely Spectres, which, as I say that, there's 5 of them on their team. And we see Donnie and Shuda on the Sheriffs. A little bit risky, just because if you don't win this round, then you can't afford a Phantom in the next one. Phantom or Vandal, that is, whatever your preference is.
This is true. So we're looking at 3 of Davis's players on this A site, split down the middle per usual. Donnie gets spotted out. Ooh, is Davis moving to push through that smoke maybe? As bars throw down some utility. Various in a very good spot to get a peek off, and that he does. Takes out Koa. Maybe look for another Shooter. Ooh, is peeking out. Don't think he's ready for it. Oh, and he gets caught in the side by Smurf. Getting caught in the Vietnam crossfire. As Bars is backing his teammate up there. Karma.
A long range dink with
shots.
the classic. Not doing much, but Various.
Oh, Various with the running spray through the smoke. Maybe he finds a second here. But luckily, no. It's Donnie. It's now Trap. Or not Trap. Excuse me. It's Donnie is looking for something to do. Maybe looking for someone to get antsy. Maybe Various will take the smokes as an opportunity to push through.
Revealing area. 30
Yeah,
seconds
nature
left.
shoots out his recon dart, gets immediately
One
taken
enemy
out
remaining.
though. Oh, sprays through the
Spike
smoke and
down
finds
A.
Karma. How unfortunate. Karma just standing there and taking it like a champ. Well, maybe not like a champ, but you get the idea. Various peeking out, looking for a 4th, pre-fires it, finds his 4th. Flawless round on the side of Davis, taking almost no damage. Taking a 6th round now.
Yeah, I mean, this right now this could be the decision maker, this round right here, or probably the next one actually. But we have a bonus on the end of Davis as they've won their second round. So they're still on the Spectres. You can see Smurfskulls is a nice little lineup for a one-way on short A here. But we'll see if Davis is able to take this round. They have a serious shot at winning this. And if Cougar Esports takes this round, we're going to be right back into the thick of it, and Davis will be able to buy full guns. So this is very important.
Take flight. See full buy coming up. Cougar Esports. Utility in the usual spots. If you've been paying attention at all, you'll know what I'm saying. As you see, they're definitely creeping deeper into the site. Various might find an angle here. As he's hidden by the smoke. Shuda maybe smell something. Yep, and there he goes. Various finds a kill on the Kua. He's not prepared for it. Shuda matching that, knowing that Various would be there. Isaac looking for the kills. Both teams on either side getting ready to peek out. Smurfsicles killing Donnie, taking it out. Isaac getting killed a little bit by that ult. C16 finding a kill on Isaac. Shuda finds 2 more kills. Smurfsicles versus... And Shuda is suddenly in a 1v2 situation. It's getting split front and back. He doesn't know what to do. Smurfsicles. Ooh, bars. Gets Shuda in the back.
Oh, what
as he gets
round.
flanked and taken out. And here we go. Davis find their 7th round. If they find another one, suddenly this game has just become very interesting as we see a tied score. Potentially if we see a Davis win here.
Yeah, I mean, Davis is able to get 2 weapons for the cost of, well, just the Spectre. So 1,600 credits here. Very impressive bonus round on them, and really a huge loss for Cougar Esports as they won't be able to have full buys, and you'll see most of the players just on sheriffs or whatever other gun, probably a classic. So huge from Davis, and it looks like they're all pushing up long. But she does his knives out. He doesn't need a gun.
On top, can't find it. Various meeting Shuda's 1 kill with 2 of his own. One of them onto the man himself. Karma peeking around. Ooh, but Various peeks a little faster, finds that kill. Bars putting the pressure on Cougar Esports, saying that they can't find the C16. Sneaking that boom bot. Oh, and Donnie's got to shoot it, and C16 jumps up on that opportunity, just opening his cranium at that call. Various spotting out Koa, and it doesn't matter because Koa is dead now. As Davis tied the game up with a lot of momentum on their side. Cougar Esports looks like they're buying up now, getting ready to hopefully match and shut this down. They've got the Astra ult, but C16, Smurfskulls, and Esperanto are not that far off there. It's Various having his. So hopefully we'll see some pretty sick plays, one might say.
I keep saying what a round, and I mean it. Various with his 2nd multi-kill in 2 rounds. I mean, he followed, or in 3 rounds rather. I mean, he followed up with like a 4K Spectre to now like a 3K, like, what, Shock Dart and Vandal play? And look at that, he already has 2.
Wow, C16 and Various taking out 4 people, just the 2 of them storming out. Cougar Esports momentum stopped faster than the momentum of the NASDAQ when it drops. Insert clever joke here.
Yeah, good analogy. I like that one. Well, 1 player left, and it is the Astra. Maybe the player to do it, maybe to not, but that one way certainly will not be helping Karma out here as he's just sitting in bathroom looking for a single kill. But Smurfsicles will be watching it. We'll have 2 players watching short here, and Karma does manage to pick up 1. We'll see if he swings into this firing squad. He's looking to work his way towards it. Just stuck there in 1 position. He'll start to creep out now. Is watching his flank though. C16 doesn't get a peek of him, but now he does.
Baiting a little bit of the utility. Looking for that spot out. Karma finds 2.
30
Putting
seconds
this in a
left.
1v3 at full health, full utility with that ult. He theoretically could do this. He does not have the spike, however. That is a very big problem. So it does appear that he may just be looking for kills here, but who knows? Maybe Davis will do something outrageous and peek with 3 people at the same time. And oh, as Karma just peeks away, but he manages to still find a kill. He gets 3 kills in 1v5.
Yeah, I mean, Karma right now needs to stay alive. Otherwise, this economy is not looking good.
That's not the play to go. Oh my gosh. I feel like if things were different, Karma would peek there and just destroy him. I think aiming down sight is a scam in this game. Wow. Davis finding a 9th round, but at a bit of a cost as they see 3 of their teammates go down, but they still have the eco to support it. Bar is sitting on almost 7,000 credits. Or Lotus, excuse me, at 7,000 credits, with each team member essentially being able to full buy even if they lose this round, maybe even the round after that if they lose it. Davis pulling and taking the lead.
5 rounds in a row.
In what was originally an 8-4 half has suddenly turned to 8-9. Isaac setting up that drone per usual. Ooh, looks for that recon shot, but can't find it as it whips onto the side. Maybe even a bait as he sends that second shock dart in. Not finding anything. Donnie with his movement towards the B site. Shuda. Completely free sight as Bars and might get flanked here. He's not careful. He's just going to get swung out here and taken out from behind and the front.
Yeah, there's 2 players in Hookah here for Davis defending, and Shuda and Donnie just
holding their attention here in Hookah. Ooh, as they come out here, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, this whiffs, the sprays, spray through the wall. Oh my goodness, Bars with barely any health left. Karma's still spraying through that wall, trying to find something. This site take is taking a lot longer than I'd like to admit, but Karma takes the highest chrono, and then Bars and Cougar Esports secure the site for what may be their first run. And just like that, Cougar Esports suddenly finds themselves in a 5-on-1. Davis completely at loss for what to do as Smurfsicles is maybe looking to move through his sight. Donnie on 1 health. The Smurfsicles peeks out, finds 1. Oh, finds 2 through the wall. Hold up. Don't cut him out just yet.
Donnie's low HP here with not much utility sitting in his corner. 1 HP.
But it doesn't matter as he almost gets the flank, but it doesn't matter because Karma will match him through the wall. Just ripping in the shreds. Cougar Esports tying it back up. Saying no, okay? You can have the lead for a couple seconds, but we're going to take it back. And take it back they did. As we look at what may be an overtime game. Perhaps. Just a thought.
We will see. We will see. Karma had an amazing round last one. Just really using the Astra ability and utility to its fullest extent. I mean, with the 2 players inside Hookah, you saw he was able to pull and make the Reina of Esperanto just slowed and fragiled, and it seems to be working really well.
That's true. We see that Viper will come in from the side of EaUCD Davis. Splitting down, giving them a little bit more pressure on that Hookah, but it doesn't seem that it matters as Davis slips onto the site. Koa finds a kill on the C16 and shoot onto Esperanto as they slip into this B site and just take it without any resistance on the shoot up. That hallway finds the peak. Ooh, doesn't quite get the kill, but manages to slip out. Oh, but he repeats and takes down Bars. As Various is going to match him with that peak pre-fires, but Karma finds a kill on the Various.
Nice
another
shot.
kill on the Smurfs. Wow, flawless round for Cougar Esports. Taking actually a fair bit of damage there. But it's all right because they're alive. They are kicking. They got money. They got a lead again. And Davis kind of finding themselves on a back foot. Had 5 rounds to their name this half, yet have now dropped 2 in a row. Still have eco, still have armor, still have guns. But we shall see what they can do with it.
Yeah, no matter what happens, Cougar Esports will be able to purchase, I believe, full buys next round. So Davis is really has their work cut out for them to try to win these next 2 rounds. And you can see C16 just sitting in that cheeky angle on top of the truck as Donnie's about to take a gunfight with Various. We'll see.
Cougar's coming in. Various shoot us, screaming onto that site. Looking for anything, but he can't find anything as all the utility and smoke around him just makes finding anything impossible. C16 taking out Shuda. Kua finding 2 kills of his own.
Various is already pushed all the way up into spawn though, or Isaac Newton rather, and will manage to pick up C16 as Donnie gets one through the wall. And just like that, 4 versus 1 for Davis. Bars manages to get 1, but not without losing over half of his health. Full flashed, and Donnie cleans it up. 11-1, or 11-9. Sorry, not 11-1, but could be map 1 for Cougar Esports here.
This is true. Does Sky still yell flashed when she flashes an enemy?
Blinding. She sure does. So if you hear blinded, I mean, that's almost as good as, not necessarily as good as a Sova dart or drone, but I mean, it is just really good intel. I mean, you've seen the Sky of Donnie, or the Donnie of Sky rather, flashing out of hookah multiple rounds just to get info whether or not they should early rotate someone through CT. But just that round, I mean, Cougar was able to push all the way through B site uncontested and even make it into CT spawn.
This is true, and we see a Viper ult coming out and locking down the ace side. Interesting play here from Davis as Isaac pulls out his ult, finds a little damage onto... Oh, Esperanto! Damage is irrelevant, though, as he takes him out. Shooting down that recon drone. Darius spawning them out in hookah. Isaac falling back by virtue of that fact.
Or at least faking it to make them think that, but we'll see a 5 versus 4 in favor of the defenders of Cougar Esports here. Or attackers, rather.
Attackers. Ooh, but C16 takes out Donnie, equalizes it. Equal pressure all around the map. Koa still with that Viper ult, locking it down. Or excuse me, it's not even Koa's, it's Smurf's. Smurf has, oh, he's got the Viper ult, he's got the Judge. He is ready to say peekaboo to anybody who comes through. Isaac trading a bit with Various, doesn't get any damage out on him. Takes a little bit of his health because of it.
30 seconds left.
That kill, reloading that swanky looking gun as we see another recon dart coming in from both sides. Shuda moving in through this site with all of his teammates in tow, getting ready, running onto that site, flashing onto that site. C16 behind the smoke, can't do anything. Various, ooh, shuts down Shuda's movements, and then shuts down Isaac as he finds a kill. Sends out that recon drone, but it doesn't matter because Karma will shut him down immediately. C16, you know, the smoke comes down and he's not ready for it.
Welcome to my world.
And Smurf moving in quick, and there's that Viper ult coming in from Koa.
This is gonna make things very difficult.
But we see
But Smurf does have the weapon to do this.
He dives into it, tasting that decay as he moves, and he finds the kill on the Kua, completely unaware, and bars on the Karma. And Davis will retake the site.
What a retake, actually, even despite that ult. I mean, Smurf was able to get rid of it immediately with that Judge and just put out some massive damage on top. And oh, wow, okay, well, 11-10 here. Looks like we have a little tactical timeout coming from the side of the defenders.
Indeed, probably looking to reconvene, either pause the momentum for Cougar Esports and reassess what they have here. We don't see a lot of money on the side of Davis, but I think there should be enough for a couple rifle buys there. And wow, I mean, we wanted a game. Look at it. What is it, 11-10 right now?
We got it. We definitely got that game that we asked for. And Cougar Esports here, I believe, were the ones that called the timeout, as it's 11-10. Probably just try to get their ducks in a row, their strats in order, and make sure that they can finish off these next 2 rounds to take the game without bringing it to overtime is the hope for them. But right now, I mean, Davis still has the opportunity to win 13-11 if they manage to just pick up enough kills and are able to do the right commits in the right places. But I mean, 11-10, it's anybody's game right now, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this game shapes up.
Indeed, as am I. As we see, let's see, full buy coming out here from the side of Davis. Probably looking to halt any more rounds here from Cougar. They're getting close to match point. Per usual, Viper roll straight down the middle. Looks like they're throwing something else here. Bars getting the utility out.
And Shuda is on this
pop.
pop.
3-2 split. As we see equal numbers on both sides, and Shuda gets an opening pick. Beautiful shot onto Esperanto. And it looks
Top
like
of Shuda is deadly, as we know, and huge opening pick as well. Onto, I'm not sure which agent.
that was
Rainer?
Yes.
Oh,
Donnie.
Oh, Donnie.
Gets the opening entry frag.
And he's already pushed up in elbow. You can see 2 of the defenders are just stuck here and spawn from this Astra smoke as Isaac will be spraying through it as well. Oh, but C16 might get caught out on the rotate, but it looks like instead the Astra chooses to go back into Hookah. C16 is just creeping up towards Hookah right now.
Oh,
Just
it peeks away at
time.
the last second.
Oh, no.
Timing. Oh, disaster. As he was looking for the kill but couldn't secure it.
And it looks like both members of Davis are just going to try to save their weapons as they probably won't have enough for next round if they don't.
This is
The
true.
Sova of Various is low HP. And
It looks like UC Davis will be trying to no longer stall the matches, but stall the overtime.
oh, and Karma does manage to get Various after the time runs out. 12-10 Cougar Esports. And not full buys from everyone on Davis just because of that death. Various still manages to get a gun, but I mean, you have a light armor Stinger on the Rays, which is C16, and a Spectre on Smurfsicles. And the only ults available are an Astra and a Reyna ult. Reyna could put in work with this ult, and chances are she'll have to burn it to survive, as it looks like Cougar Esports is going to be working their way through the A site, already droning out. Doesn't manage to spot anyone in U-Haul, though.
This is true. Who's peeking out, finds that kill on the shooter that we look for. Ooh, finds another kill. Esperanto keeping his teammates in this game as he finds a fourth even. And he's looking for the ace as he takes it out. That Reyna coming in clutch. Not even for the right reason. So he gets a little greedy, rushes the smoke, gets killed by Isaac. But Smurf's there to back him up. And Davis will take the rounds. No, in no small part to Esperanto finding a kill on the shooter and then matching that with 3 more kills even.
Yeah, I mean, that's that Reyna ult in effect. I was going to say Reyna might be better off using the Spectre with the ult as opposed to, I believe, Smurfsicles, who's the one that purchased it last round. But I think the Vandals suited a little bit better. I'll eat my words. That was a very impressive round from Esperanto, keeping them in this. And I mean, we're going to have 4 rifles and an op on both sides. So this is really the deciding round. Cougar Esports does not want to take this to overtime against Davis, and Esperanto is going to try to make them.
Caught a little off guard, but it doesn't matter because Isaac whiffed and he was the calmer individual in that fight. Takes him out. It's Cougar Esports with already a man down. Minute 20 in the round. Everybody holding angles, waiting for someone to get antsy, someone to do something. We see this Viper Wall split that side down the middle. Koa moving farther in. Bars. Ooh, we see that Sova ult coming through. Various finds a kill on the Kua. Karma with a kill on the bars. As we see a 3-4 in favor of Davis. Various
yeah, this is a little bit of a scary ult.
Out. Spike is down. Davis having to move quickly through this site. As we see the Astral ult come out from the side of Cougar Esports. Holding off the defenders as the defenders take the site. Ooh, Shuda looking for a kill. Can't exactly find one, but Karma manages to back him up. He finds that kill. C16 on Donnie. Esperanto on the Shuda. They're on the defuse. Karma. Ooh, finds 2. Even a 4th. He might get the ace here. Oh, as he does. And Cougar Esports will take map 1. 13-11.
A 1v3 from Karma.
1v3 from Kua with a beautiful spray down on that site. That's exactly what we were talking about. Those ults came out at the exact right moment, and Cougar Esports was able to hold them off on that spike until the only option was for them to just dive onto it and hope they could get the defuse off. But just Cougar Esports says no, as we see that beautiful 2-man spray down into the 3rd pick.
Wow.
Cougar
I mean, that was
Esports.
such a play from Karma. I mean, that won them the game. They didn't expect him to be in bathrooms, and he's just been like playing his role as a controller. I mean, on Astra, like he was lurking bathroom most of the rounds, and all of the commits were able to get the stars down, and a 1v3 for the ace, I believe, as well to finish off the game. What a ridiculous play. And I mean, that's gotta hurt Davis's mental. I mean, just losing by just a few rounds on the attack, which is just, or defense rather, it's just brutal. I mean, such close games could be changed by just very little things. So I think Davis needs to to get back in the right mindset and go ahead and try to take this map too.
This is true. And before we see this map too, we're going to go ahead and jump to a break for a bit. And we will catch you all on the flip side of that. Never mind.
Or not. No break.
It appears that we will be jumping straight into map 2 as we are waiting still on that map pick. And, you know, I mentioned earlier coming in, didn't know what to expect from Davis. And I have to say, I'm very, very happy with what I saw. It was a very good performance from both teams. And to sort of see them scrapping and fighting, Davis putting up a beautiful fight, you know, keeping them in that, tying up the game several times. And there it is. There it is. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and scream at the top of my lungs in the sound of my room real quick as I get some flashbacks, because we're looking at Icebox, a favorite pick of Cougar Esports. Where they can, you know, really exercise their stuff. Garrett, what are your thoughts on Icebox?
I think it's a pretty good map, and Davis, I believe, was able to pick this because they lost the first one. They have said that Icebox is their best map, so we will see. Looking maybe not a mirror comp if Kua does decide to play Killjoy. However, I mean, we have the traditional, we have Smurfsicles on Sage, Esperanto on Reyna, Bars on Viper, Various on Sova once again, and C16 on Jet now instead of Raze from the previous game. And Shuda is Jet, obviously, duh. Who else would you put on this map? And I know that he's disgusting with the Sheriff, as I think we got Sheriff 4K'd on this map or something. It hurt my soul. I didn't enjoy it. I hate it. Shuda's too good.
It was pretty brutal. Isaac, per usual, on that Sova. And it looks like we will not be seeing a mirror cup. Actually, a fair bit of variance. There, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, lots of overlap, but I believe a KJ instead of Reyna, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I got a quick glance at that, as much as you guys in the audience did, and hopefully I said the right thing. But Killjoy is actually very useful on this map, especially that they got rid of like the wall bangable box on the A site, B site.
Is that the one in the shipping crate? Can you not shoot through that anymore?
Yeah, the one that's it looks like it is on B side actually, but the one that everyone would spam from mid or orange has actually been, it's not wallbangable anymore. So you do have to play smarter on that side, which is why KJ mollies that can wrap around corners and just be a whole circle of glitch nanobot death are really good. So make sure you do your predictions in the chat. As we know, it is 1-0 Cougar Esports, and we're going to be kicking off this first round here on Icebox.
This is true. Ooh, heavy movement coming in. Davis really flooding on the side. Shooter getting ready. Here's the guy go up the wall, but it doesn't matter because Various actually fakes him out a little bit. Finds a kill on the shooter. Headshot even. You see that Sage wall coming out, but immediately taking it out as Davis will fall back, or Cougar Esports will fall back a little bit, and Davis will take this site with very little resistance. Esports peeking out. Esperanto. Nice. Finding a kill on Nakoa, shutting him down a bit. Isaac finds a kill here, and he does. As I said, Esperanto though immediately matched it onto Isaac. Oh god, he's getting a third one. Donnie manages to shut him down, but Cougar Esports defending team on the back foot in a 1v2. Ooh, gets spotted out. They know he's there. Donnie stuck between a rock and a hard place. The only way out is with a bullet. A C16 takes his dome off. And Davis will take the first round of this map. You know, both of these teams. If what you're saying is true, this really should be a display of anything really. This will come down to who can work around this map better. Wow. I'm at a loss for words. That was quite the scrap.
Yeah, I mean, this map is just well known for pugging, mainly as people call it, which is a pickup game. Typically just 5 randoms coming together and just absolutely fragging out. But since you have both teams as full 5 stacks, obviously, and if some of them played approaching or past a year, I mean, you have a lot more coordination as well as just this raw fragging ability from both teams. And you can see that by Davis already pushing up towards the B site.
Getting that Viper wall in, smoking him off, planting on the very corner of that site, out in the open. As we see a lot of fire trading back and forth from both sides. C16 throw down that smoke. Ooh, spots out Donnie, I think. Maybe looking for something. Ooh, gets killed. This Karma to Isaac. He falls back deeper into the site. Shoot a spammer through the smoke with that Marshall, hoping to find anything. But nothing is there. Koa gets hit by that shock dart. Shoot a managed to try to kill the Smurfsicles, but Esperanto coming out of left field, getting 2 kills back to back. As Davis will take a second round, fairly definitively at that.
Well, Esperanto and C16 doing their job as duelists and managing to find 2 kills each on their own. I mean, we saw C16 was just able to dash away, and that's that huge utility of Jet, just being able to escape any gunfight. I mean, she was hiding in that corner, managed to spray 2 down with the Spectre, and just immediately retreat to yellow. And we can see Cougar Esports here with all full buys, although we have 3 white armors, just as they can't fully afford everything. So we'll see. This will benefit Cougar Esports, actually, or Davis, rather. Or I don't know who.
Davis will roll on through, taking out Isaac. Going, wow, moving really hard onto the side, immediately destroying that Sage wall and just finding another kill. Esperanto with that Vandal running into the side. Davis sweep through the A side. Ooh, Shuda managed to find a kill, but Esperanto will immediately shut him down. Esperanto racking up kills like it's Call of Duty. As Various put down that spike, Cougar Esports in a very difficult retake situation with a 2-man disadvantage. And not a lot of great site retake utility here.
Yeah, it's great that Esperanto was actually able to find that second kill in Maze because it allowed him to overheal. The first one he fought with the Sage and had to dismiss just to stay alive from the Jet of Cougar Esports. But I think they're just gonna save. I mean, this is pretty scary. A 2 versus 4 with Spike down on A site. I mean, they have some nice guns and they don't look like they want to give them up anytime soon.
Nah, it doesn't look like it. Maybe even looking for picks, but I think Davis is on the same wavelength as they all move to the upside. Not coming fully out, actually. As you see that wall of doom coming out. That was always the thing about Counter-Strike. If you didn't know the map, you could never tell if you were far enough away from the bomb.
Oh yeah, never. And this one, I believe it tells you the range, actually, when you hold the spike out. It shows like the full circle. Not sure if that's only in training or custom games, but it can definitely help you out if you're trying to learn this game and figure out where planting the spikes will completely decimate you at the end of the round.
This is true, as we see Davis stacking the middle a little bit. Maybe looking for a slither onto this B site. As Cougar Esports leave Karma all by themselves to get this down. Viper wall coming out, blocking out that B site, getting in the corner. Bars finding killing Isaac Newton. Donnie ripping through that wall with his knife, trying to break through it. And he does manage to get through it, and he's healing someone?
I like that. Sure. I like that wall from Donnie. Actually, it denies the plant because it just puts it right in front of everything, and he manages to do that just through a little crack in the enemy's wall. So very
that's
nice.
What that was. Okay, yeah, well done. Let's see that. Kua gets tagged up a little bit. Various taking out Donnie. Solid shot. As you see Davis rotate back towards this A site along with Cougar Esports. Looks like it's going to be wall and wall as C16 it swings out over. I don't even know what just happened, but Shuda immediately reacts with that Sheriff. But it doesn't matter because Esperanto finds 1, finds 2 with Various coming in for the assists. And Davis will take a round flawlessly, taking probably collectively, I think, 50 damage or so. As they take their 4th round in a row, pretty much almost breaking Cougar Esports eco here. I mean, they have actually. There's no way they can buy here. They're going to have to move on to this pistol round, not to count them out of it, but it's definitely not looking too hot for Cougar Esports. I said they were dominant on this map, but looks like Davis might just have their book here. It might have their number written down.
Yeah, I mean, Esperanto with 9 kills already on the 4th round here. I mean, they're heading into the 5th. It's very impressive. And he's just been putting in work and taking names.
16 will move through that wall. Kua, a solid shot on Esperanto, but it doesn't matter because C16 drops down, says hi friend, and then greets him with a nice kiss to the face with a bullet. As See Davis get that spike down. Whoa! Shuda coming in high with the ult. Finds a kill on the Various. Not taking too much damage. C16 finding taking Donnie, but taking a lot of health in the same breath. 1v3. Shuda still having that ult up. Pretty low health. Ooh. Oh, but he peeks away. Ooh, he's peeking high.
Here.
And it looks
With
like
no
they will just
dash,
meet each
it's
other.
so
Oh,
scary.
C16 though, spotting him out, knowing he's right there.
Nice.
Shutting that ult down. As Cougar Esports will fail to find a round.
Place is nice,
And
but
Davis
not
will
nice
take
enough
the
to die
score
in.
to
Let's win
5-0
and get out of here.
in their favor.
I have extra money if anyone needs.
Well, a very impressive showing from Davis. I mean, they did say this is their best map, and you know, I'm starting to believe them. I think this is looking pretty good in their favor. So I would say this is their best map. Obviously, I haven't seen too many of the other ones, but maybe not Bind, and this one looking out for sure. I mean, even right now you have Isaac Newton on the Ares because I don't think he's able to full buy a Vandal. So still scary for Cougar Esports.
Various. Whoa! Peeking out, seeing no one, and just getting floored by Shuda. See that Viper wall blinding anybody trying to peek out. Esperanto sneaking his way up. Maybe finding a kill onto Isaac, perhaps. Oh, and ooh.
Ooh, we made some bit of noise there.
Makes a bit of noise, fakes him out. A lot of utility coming out from both sides. Ooh, and Isaac spraying down, triggering that alarm bot, I think. As Smurfs looks for a kill. Koa says no, finds a kill, finds 2 kills, maybe even a third. Doesn't matter. Bar shuts him down. As Davis will not be able to just get quite on the site. Cougar Esports having enough time to rotate. We see Shuda coming in from that flank though. And with Davis so deep in it, they have no hope for a rotate. They have to commit here. They won't have time. They are deep in it. Shuda keep moving. Bars killing Isaac. Donnie killing Esperanto. Karma notices or doesn't see him, but it doesn't matter because Donnie sees him. And Donnie says hello. Bam. As Cougar Esports find their first round of the map.
Well, very impressive from Cougar Esports. They managed to take one and shoot it with a nice opening pick. Make sure they cannot head towards that A site.
This is true. Now, seeing a lot more money on the side of Cougar Esports. See a full buy with rifles, with a little cash to spare. However, Davis still has a lot of their rounds from their 5 rounds in a row. So we shall see. A little bit of mid peaks coming out here. Very close peaks on the side of Cougar Esports. Wow, Shuda peeking out. Oh, Shuda finding 2, maybe 3, possibly 3. Please 3.
Karma managed to get one mid just in
Maybe he
case.
does.
Oh, he's looking. He has visual on the spike.
Oh, he knows where he's at. Oh, and he doesn't react fast enough as Karma yoinks his 3rd kill out from under him. Shuda on that operator. Completely uncontested as he finds not 1, but 2 in a completely uncontested fashion. And Cougar Esports will shut down that hard push A, or excuse me, hard push B by Davis to put their 2nd round in a row on the board. Maybe taking this all the way to 7. Maybe they'll take this momentum. Although we say again, they've got excuse me, Davis with a lot of gold to spare can buy yet again. Cougar Esports want the scrap for this next round. Shuda moving in real quick. Gets spotted out though, falling back because of it. Isaac looking to send a dart of his own. Does not. Ooh, shocks Esperanto a little bit as Kua finds a kill on the C16. Shuda peeking low, peeking high, completely misses Isaac as he Esperanto as he moves in. Varys finds a kill on the Kua. Varys finds a kill on the Shuda. Isaac with a kill on the Varys. Donnie reviving Kua just to keep them in this game 4-4. Davis, ooh, really pushing for this A side. Oh, but they don't notice that Bars. Oh, wait. There's a shutdown, perhaps. We do have a flank. Karma coming in with the flank there. Excuse me, I was forgetting who was in the back there. Karma finds a kill. Doesn't find another one by Esperanto. Getting a kill, healing up immediately. Taking out that location dart as he takes the spike and scurries back to the B site. As Cougar Esports look for the rotate. Probably not in time. And I think that Davis will be able to get the spike down. Ooh, with the Viper ult, definitely looking for the spike down. Hearing that go off, Cougar Esports know that that is their signal to rotate. Isaac coming in with his ult, finding not a lot of damage, if any. Donnie, I think he spotted some move out there, smoke, or moving through the ult. as he sneaks in on top of him. Isaac sending that bolt, but destroying it as Bars says surprise and takes out Isaac. Not expecting him to be on the other side. And Bars does the same thing to Donnie. Peekaboo shoots him in the face. And Davis will take a 6th round shutting down that Cougar Esports momentum that we were talking about. But we still see a very significant buy on the side of the Cougars. Rifles, armor, and such.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like Shuda decided to keep some leftover money just by only purchasing light shields for the last few rounds, which I did find to be an interesting choice. But I guess while opping, you're pretty much dead if you can't dash away anyway, so maybe the full shields aren't as important. But looks like Davis is going to start out by working their way towards A and already spot out both players on the site with a good recon dart.
Yeah, we'll see. A little bit of movement there. Shooter with a kill. Ooh. C16 matching that kill with a kill into Isaac. Ooh, killed Shooter. Oh, he's moved through. He's an assassin. He's stabbing everybody. He's flying through. He's on the high ground. He's about to cleave Anakin in half like it was Star Wars. As we see, he's falling back a little bit. Not willing to put himself just in that exposed position. Donnie sneaking his way further onto the site. Ooh. Spots Various. Smokes out, or slows out. Looking to take down that Sage wall. C16 is still waiting for the opportunity to jump out. Just like the Predator waiting in the concrete jungle. Donnie with a kill on the Various. C16 still waiting. Oh, but Donnie shuts him down. Suddenly 2-on-2 in the favor of Cougar Esports. Ooh, Donnie with a third. Lineups Bars is lining up something. Oh, well, he's lining up the thing, but it doesn't matter because Donnie looks for the kill and he does find it, but it doesn't matter because Karma managed to, or excuse me, Viper managed to stall them off that spike long enough to find that kill. Yeah, Bars on that Viper with the lineup. Super nice. And I thought it was a round that was fully in the bag. I mean, Donnie picked up 4 kills, but it doesn't matter when you have those lineups. And that's just another thing that's so different from like your traditional ranked game is you have these people that know what they're doing and can communicate and play for the post plant, and just stalling out enough time with those snake bites and Bars ultimately winning UC Davis the round. This is true. Hard stack on the B site in favor of Davis. Oh my gosh, a Shooter just comes in that signature mid-peak with the jet ult, but it doesn't come to anything as he just gets popped out of the air like a trap shot. Donnie with the flank. Oh, 3 players with the flank. And I do not think Davis is aware of this. They may get caught with their pants down, and that's exactly what happens. Donnie swinging in, taking in Bars, C16, immediately mashing that kill, planting. And it looks like they are still not aware that there are 2 more players there. As you see Isaac slowly creeping up, all the players. Davis looking the wrong way. Ooh, but C16 is their last saving grace as he finds 3 kills to save Davis from potential disaster, putting the score to 8-2. Heavily in favor of Davis. I mean, yeah, wow. You talk about a favorite map. They are just dominating. I played Mirage all 4 years of CS, and I was never this good. Yeah, well, these people have put in the work, put in the hours, and it's paying off right now. I mean, I believe Cougar Esports was able to pick which side they started on, and so they did choose defense, but maybe they should have picked attack. I don't know, just looking at things right now. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, and the score right now is at round 11, and it's 2-8 in favor of Davis as Isaac Newton manages to pick up a kill. Shuda with another one on the op, just dismembering the team of Davis, saying this might be my favorite map. Maybe it shouldn't be yours. Shuda just holding this. Doesn't see the player on top of pipes though, which is pretty scary. Esperanto could like just swing out any moment and kill him, but I think he's worried of the op. He's creeping out. Oh, but he looks high enough, but it doesn't matter. Can't find the flick, but does manage to get away. Esperanto with a close call there onto Shuda. Shuda manages to press this get out of jail free card button, and Smurfsicles might be able to catch 2 players mid. Manages to get one on Donnie. He doesn't expect the second one.
Attacker spawn.
Here it is, a 1 versus 4.
Wow, Kua just redecorating the place with his brain. My goodness.
Last
Cougar
round in the
Esports.
half.
We'll find one more round, potentially another before the swap. And as we look onto the side of Davis, they actually don't have a ton of gold to go around, or excuse me, credits to go around. But it looks like that doesn't matter, as I think they just got the round bonus, and now they have full bot. It is a full buy from both teams.
Need a drop.
See 2 ults on the side of Davis, 3 ults on the side of Cougar Esports. We will see what the last round of this half takes, and I can see the ice in my veins, or fire in my veins emote on the wall, and it kind of makes me want to die, but we'll dance around that. As Esperanto sprays through the wall, missing Donnie a little bit. Marius spraying through the wall with that Silva, gets a little damage onto
Here.
the Silva,
The Viper there, yeah.
on the Viper there, and Donnie gets a kill onto Esperanto. Spursicles moves up. Ooh, Bars covering that flank. Trades a little fire with Isaac, but doesn't expect the crossfire from Kua as he gets destroyed. Donnie taking out Various.
Just burning the ult in the last
wow,
round.
I don't even know what just happened. I'll be 100% honest. I'm at loss. Everybody was everywhere. It was like 1v1v1v1, and it just looks like that Cougar Esports managed to squeeze out one more round in this half. Looking at 4-8s. Very similar to what happened last game.
Identical to the last game, actually. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Cougar Esports, as we know, does have a very strong attack, and they can easily bring this back. It's only 4 rounds. Winning pistol would be huge for them, and it would be huge for Davis as well. So we're gonna see who goes ahead and takes this round. Hopping into it now, we can see 3 ghosts on the side of Davis, and mainly classics on the side of Cougar Esports, opting for their utility on those 3 agents, but keeping the sheriff on Shuda. And we'll see if he shines, as they actually have 4 players pushing up mid.
Wow, pushing right through that smoke, and they don't even see you, making a lot of noise there running. And I think Cougar Esports are fully aware of this, as they just steamroll right onto that site. Ooh, Davis.
Karma gets traded out
not being able to find
immediately.
anything. And look at that. Oh, and we're getting the utility out here. Isaac finding kill the C16. Esperanto on Donnie. Smurfs onto Isaac. 2 on 3 in favor of Davis. As Cougar is suddenly putting a 1v3, 1v2 even. But it looks like, he's on the defuse. Or something. Esperanto. I don't even know what's happening. Esperanto finds a kill on the Kua, but Kua manages to get that post-mortem, I think. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. No way. Wow. The spike lodged between 2 sage walls does not deter Esperanto, as Davis will defuse.
That's crazy.
Find the first round of the half. Is this how it went last time? I'll be honest, I don't really remember.
No,
But
it was the other way around, actually. I believe it was Davis. They were able to take 5 rounds in a row, actually, after that.
True. You're exactly right.
However, like that last round, there could have been 1 death avoided and almost a free defuse if he did manage to land that shot onto the Killjoy Molly. But instead, it actually takes 1 of their lives. Thankfully, he was able to break the Sage Wall and defuse it in time. But 9-4 in favor of Davis, and it looks like they're just going to be playing defaults. With 3 on A, though. 2 of them already starting to rotate, as you know the Viper here that... And Spike will
Davis will just plant in about 20 seconds. Not even deal with it.
And a 5 versus 5,
moves
nonetheless.
into their, oh my goodness. Ooh, Bars watching this middle. Ooh, Smurf skills. Ooh, expects it but can't exactly counter it as Karma manages to take him out. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong person. Or named the wrong person. Shoot with the kill on the C16. Getting Cougar Esports closer and closer to winning this round. Karma with the kill on the Bars.
1 enemy remaining.
See Isaac, a lot of trading back and forth, and attackers will take this round, killing all their opposition. Don't even bother with the spike. Cougar Esports will find the first round of the half, their 5th point, closing that gap, making the score 5-9 in favor of Davis. So we can see.
Well, a pretty even scoreboard on the side of Cougar Esports. I assume on this half, if once Shoot is able to get the op, maybe he'll make that a lot bigger of a spread. But I mean, opping is difficult. Getting multiple kills, obviously. I mean, you're so vulnerable after you shoot the first one, so it's really good for first bloods. But I mean, right now, C16 has just been putting in work, and Esperanto just getting those first bloods consistently in the rounds. But it looks like they chose to stack the wrong site, as Cougar Esports is just able to take A for free. Looking like a 2-1-2 split to retake this, though. So
let's see how it goes. Ooh, Cougar getting shot in the back. Darius taking him out. Shooter with a kill in the bars.
3 mid, like, Shooter's able to spot 1.
My goodness, Davis is at loss as they're getting caught between a rock and a hard place. As Shooter takes him out, finding a 3rd kill to this round. And Davis, oh my gosh, sneaking in. Oh my goodness, might even get the defuse off as all of Cougar Esports has moved off the site, leaving the spike completely exposed. He's on it, he's halfway through it. He stops it, swings out, doesn't even stick it.
Oh.
Ooh, and that may have been to his detriment as Isaac swings out, take him out. Finding half of a defuse though.
I mean, that
almost
was dangerously close
on the side of Cougar Esports as they left a spike undefended for what was almost a ninja defuse.
Yeah, very dangerous. I believe the snake bite came through and the recon dart, and I'm not sure if he had enough time to stick it. He heard the updraft from Shuda? No. Yes, from Shuda. And I think he thought that he had already made it into the upper sight box and he was going to get killed from above, which is why I believe he got off. But turns out it missed.
Wow,
and
Shuda, yep, there we go. With the usual, just whips out the jet ult, swings in. Doesn't find anything, unfortunately, but don't count him out of it just yet. A single knife to his name. As Donnie, wow, just completely uncontested, moves onto the site. Takes out Smurfsicles. As Esperanto trades a little fire back and forth. Tagging Donnie just a little bit. As the progress is stalled, Cougar Esports still stacking a little heavier to this A side, but it looks like the fake may have worked as we see Davis start to favor that B side. Ooh, until we see a rotate coming back in as Cougar Esports roll onto the side, but C16, wow, finding 1, finding 2, finding 3 until Shuda stops him, but it doesn't matter because Shuda is now left in a 1v3. Got that Vandal. Oh, finds 1 kill, but just can't find the spray transfer on the Esperanto, his arch nemesis of this match. As Davis will take a 10th round.
wow, I mean, they're closing in. 3 more rounds to go for Davis, but I mean, 8 more to go if my math is correct. At 7 more. Oh god, it's break already. I don't know anymore. I can't do math. But Esperanto sitting here on a clean 18 kills, C16 with 15, and if we could see the first bloods, I'm sure it'd be pretty high in favor of the Jet mains for both teams, or Jet players rather. But we'll see how this round starts off right now. C16 is in a cheeky spot right here. You can see with his knives out as Esperanto. It's a huge kill on the shooter right off the bat. Isaac Newton is skeptical though. Doesn't want to push this, and C16 will instead creep towards mid.
You will not
Towards kitchen. Esperanto with another one, and Donnie manages to res Shuda, putting it in a 4 versus 5 in favor of Davis, but looks like everyone's just sitting default positions. 3 people working their way towards the A site on the side of Cougar Esports. They do have the spike going this way.
A little bit of a interesting position from Esperanto as we see the boost coming out. Getting high, that high ground we're talking about. Recon drone coming out. Spotting people out. Shuda moving quickly, moving fast, gets a kill.
Gets his revenge.
That smoke as we see Davis scrambling to rotate. C16 pulling out that ult, ready to set, ready to keep the momentum going. As Marius catches Shuda out and just throws him off that wall with no mercy. Donnie. See a little fire traded between Isaac. That old moving fast, moving quickly, finds a kill on Isaac. Ooh, sees him in the back there. He's throwing knives and bars, gets a kill on the Kua. As Davis will take the Davis will take an 11th round with 2 more points to take this map in a fairly definitive fashion. And as I was saying earlier, we may see a little bit of broken eco from one of these teams. Actually, no. A little bit. I mean, Cougar Esports are struggling just in their purchase. They're buying and selling guns, seeing what works, what doesn't. But no knives on Shuda. He still needs 1 more kill. But opts for the Vandal, actually. So, I mean, we have 2 sheriffs on the side of Cougar Esports. They're now in Ares. They're just mixing it up. I don't know what they're doing. But
that's the sign of a scary economy, is when you have to keep buying and selling guns in prep phase.
This is true. C16, we're getting ready for the swing. Falls back, but isn't ready for the swing. As Shooter finds Smurf, Esperanto kills Isaac. He's scrambling back, both players running away for their lives as Cougar Esports flood onto the site. A lot of damage between the teams, Various with the kill. Oop, and here comes that ult. C16 killing Donnie. Various spraying through Karma with 2 kills, however.
Ooh, the ult does come down.
And the ult coming out, Cougar Esports not ready to give up just yet as Shooter kills Bars. Various takes out Karma and Shooter. Wow. And just like that, Davis is on match point.
And that second kill was with a shock dart. I mean, if that's one thing we've seen from Various across these 2 maps, it's just his shock dart utility is so good, getting consistent 80 to 90 damage on these people with the dart just over and over again. And I mean, just his denial of post plants by using his ult on this round was super important. And now Davis is on match point. So Cougar Esports has to buy up with a sketchy buy. I mean, only 2 Vandals and 2 Spectres and a Ghost on their side. So this is very scary. We'll see.
We see that Davis is going to capitalize on that. But C16 does manage to find a kill on the Shooter. Karma with a kill on the C16 Esperanto. Matching it with Donnie. And we see them flood on. Various with a beautiful spray transfer and a third. And wow.
What a way to end the game.
Davis shut down the Cougar rush. They shut down that stock. And they will take map 2.
Wow.
Taking us to game 3 of a very intense series, and suddenly this just became anyone's match.
Yeah, I mean, we're on it's 1-1. It's a best of 3. I mean, this is the final map coming up. We'll see what they pick. If I had to guess, it's going to be Ascent, but I mean, wow, what a way to end that game. Various with a beautiful 3K, just 1, 2, and 3 textbook. Good aim, just really showing off the mechanics of these 2 teams. And Icebox, I mean, that was a slugfest, but ultimately Davis came out on top. That was their favorite map, maybe famous map after that showing. And we'll really see what happens in this map 3. I'm personally very excited for this.
As am I. We've seen both teams put on a stellar performance in one map and the other. So now we'll see if maybe this next map, or maybe they're not on their best foot, really brings out, you know, the scrappy necessity for survival in both of them. And this just in, the map is in fact Ascent.
There it is. I mean, Ascent is a scary map to bring either of these teams to, and at least for me, I'm having a little bit of PTSD from playing Cougar Esports on Ascent here. But I mean, Ascent is a great map. It's really even. It's one of my personal favorites in the game. I would say my number 1. A lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to play, and I can't wait to get into it very soon.
This is true. I would match you with that. You know, I think what is it? Ascent definitely had some of my my more favorite moments. You may have seen in the intro video, Dawn's little 1v3 there. I think it was Dawn. I'm pretty sure it was Dawn. But Dawn's 1v3, and then also a beautiful 4-man spray down by, I think it was Isaac, I want to say? No. I have yet to see Isaac not on the Sova. It was... Oh, that's gonna bug me. Well, someone had a beautiful 4-man spray down that I've been dying to see after a pretty intense rush. And so, I mean, overall, you know, it's a fun map to watch. It's a fun map to play on. I personally, the few games I've enjoyed, I enjoy it. And so I'm excited to see it. This is it. This is for all the marbles. This is for the grand final, the first place prize of this fall frenzy. And we will see if either of these teams will falter, if either of these teams will pull out their best. We shall see.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Cougar Esports, they're not one to fold under pressure. I mean, when they get on that 3rd map, I mean, they can bring it back and take it. I've seen it happen before. And I'm just happy that we get to play and watch some more Valorant, and we're going to a map 3. So here we are on the agent select screen, the KO on Esperanto. That is very interesting. We don't typically see KO, but I mean, it looks like he'll be pretty useful against this Killjoy on the other team from Kua if he does select it. we do have an Astra on the side of Cougar and a Brim on the other side. Or excuse me, an Astra on the side of UC Davis here. Various on the Sova once again. C16 on Jet. It did work out last game, and they got the win for that. I'm honestly, how's this going to go?
Quite surprised to not see Isaac on the Sova. Actually seeing Karma on the Sova even. I'm 90% certain he has pretty much been Sova almost every game that I've seen him in. As we get ready for this game on Ascent, both teams gearing up, getting ready, smacking their arms, jumping jacks, all the 9 yards, all the whole 9 yards. I'm speaking gibberish. I'm just so excited I can't even speak English.
Yeah, I'm really surprised to see a Brimstone, actually. I mean, despite being one of the agents you start the game out with, I mean, you don't see a lot of use of them, and especially in a tournament like this. In map 3 of Grand Finals, you can see Smurfskulls with his little setup, and it's sure to do some damage, but Brimstone is actually very underrated. His combat stims are really useful, mainly on yourself. Sometimes it can disorient your teammates, and as well as his Molly can act as like a snake bite from Viper, but last a little bit longer. So I'm interested to see if he has post-plant lineups and how he's going to use the smoking agent.
Indeed. Well, we're going to see how he uses the smoking agent as the round starts. Cougar Esports moving in. What?
What is that?
What did he just do? How did he even do that?
I mean, C16 just ripping his head off from tiles. I mean, takes a lot of damage for it, but maybe I need to buy the Arcane Sheriff. I don't know what I just saw.
C16 quickly taking a book out of JoJo's book as he seemingly freezes time, shoots. Was it Isaac? He shoots Isaac and then flashes out of there, and it's like nothing even happened. Shooter and Karma pushing up together, various spawning both of them out, maybe only one of them out, as they understand that they may be looking for a little move towards this B site. And we see that Davis actually pushing through that A main, coming up to mid, maybe looking for some kills in the back, spots him out, as we see a rotate coming out here to 5-5. Wow, the
utility on
Killjoy
KJ.
utility just taking out everybody. Smurfskulls with a 3rd kill, only on 2 health though. May not be able to find the 4th. Ooh, Bakoa. He's not ready to go down swinging. Oh, Various, he pulls out the knife. And he swings around. Kua gets shanked on the wall after his team gets destroyed.
Wow.
Some chick with her gadgets.
I mean, you saw Smurfskulls put down KJ's utility during the warm-up, or during the prep phase rather, and I said that'll do some damage, but I did not think it would do that much. I mean, picking up 2 kills, one from the mollies and the other one from the little turret shooting him, presumably after he stepped in the mollies. So a great round from Smurfskulls as he picks up 3, and a crazy opening shot from C16 to win Davis the first round.
Indeed. Oh, and it looks like he just tried it again. Not finding anything, not even a little bit of damage. Does have that. Donnie looking for that jiggle peek. Oh my god, they're doing it in sync. Bars, maybe, possibly. Ooh, Donnie keeps pulling out his knife. Don't know why, but we'll dance around it. Ooh, C16 swings out, killing Isaac, killing Karma. Bars on Donnie, Various on Shuda. At Cougar Esports, the whole team gets taken out in a matter of seconds. As Kua is the last one standing all alone on the site. Ooh, getting bit in the butt by that turret.
Yeah, he's creeping towards market. I don't think he'll get much out of this. I mean, he could get C16.
Ooh, he might hear Bars coming out here, waiting for him to come around the corner. Whips the shot, and it costs him dearly as Bars squeaks out a kill with 7 health. With Davis taking a 2nd round definitively.
I mean, I think he hit all those shots, just the new classic. Yeah, I think he double dinked them, but just not all pellets of the classic hitting due to the new spread. And that's tough to lose. I mean, that would have been a good pick, but not much you can do on like a 1v4 with a classic. But here you can see 5 Spectres on the side of Davis. They're in a bonus, whereas it's 5 Vandals on the side of Cougar Esports, with the exception of 1 person with light armor. So looks like they're going to work their way towards this B site here.
Heavy stack, a lot of Killjoy utility. The drone will be destroyed, and Shu doesn't even care. Wow, and he says, oh crap, as he finds all the utility on the ground and swings on past it. Smurfsicles finding a kill on the Isaac. Karma with killing the Smurf. Oh, as Various comes through, running spray. Oh, he goes to pick up the rifle, but he gets caught with his pants down as Karma matched him and takes him out. Ooh, Karma flashed out. Koa securing that backside. Ooh, maybe look for a flank here. C16 is looking for that peek. Ooh, but Bars was ready for it as Koa not ready for someone to be watching it. Just takes him out. Karma sneaking past. Might find a kill on the C16 here as both players are looking around. Oh my god, he doesn't look up. Oh, and it costs him dearly as C16 blasts Karma away.
Through the little lamp as well. He said, I have an idea of where you are, but it was very wrong.
This is true. As we see the now broken economy of Cougar Esports scrapping nothing together, as we see a couple sheriffs in light armor on Donnie and Karma. Oh, a little bit more. Koa matching that. Ooh, Isaac buying a little bit more, completely draining his bank out. Or not, he'll sell both of it. And it looks like we will see not a lot come out on the side of that. There's somebody spraying through it. Ooh, C16 getting tagged up a little bit. Managed to find a kill onto Karma in the process, dashing out. Just in case someone else is there. Esperanto trying to dissuade any sort of push through the smoke as they spray through it. Oh, but Isaac doesn't care, but he should care because C16 was ready for it. As he breaks the golden rule of never rushing through a smoke.
I mean, he tries to Stewie it, but it doesn't work as well as Stewie can. And it looks like Koa's just going to be trying to work. He has the spike as the last one, just running into the Sova in a second with the Odin, and Various gets it. I mean, Various just putting in work with that Odin that round. I mean,
is the Odin not cheaper than an SMG? Isn't it cheaper than a rifle?
I believe the Odin is more expensive. I think it sits at around 3,200. Just because it has a faster fire rate and higher wall penetration. It is an not an LMG, it's just a heavy machine gun, so it can just be spammed through that B site wall there, and with Sova, an agent that's able to spot people out and make you see him through walls, a gun that sprays through walls is perfect for him.
This is true. As we'll see, C16 moving and really gunning for that midsection. Gets a little caught out up, but it doesn't matter as he gets killed. Isaac swings away. That's all he needed. He got his one kill, and he is out of there. As oh my gosh, and he finds one through the smoke girl. One way, I don't even know. Esperanto finds another kill. Ooh, almost had a second. Karma says no, kills him anyway. Cougar Esports are now 2-man down. And Bars, ooh, catches Q out, who was not ready for the mandem sitting in the corner. Esperanto on the Karma? Yes, he does. Dave is taking a 5th round in a row.
Well,
and it's
impressive.
It smells a lot like the couple games we've been watching. Will it go differently? Will it go the same? Let's see. For all the marbles and Cougar Esports just aren't playing. They're playing odds or evens. Well, Davis is out here playing actual marbles, the kind where you flick them into the circle.
Quick peeks now.
Well, 5-0 in favor of Davis, and trying to make that more, just suppressing the Brimstone. He won't be able to put any smokes down for a while now.
This is true.
They do gain this information.
Bars falling back a bit. Oh, Esperanto might not. Oh, doesn't get spotted out by that drone. This may be the end of him if they're not careful. Oh, and he swings out. Esperanto finding one, finding two, maybe a third. Finds his third. As that lack of information cost Cougar Esports dearly. Caught completely unaware as Esperanto just sprays all 3 of them down. Donnie and Koa trying to find something together. Esperanto with a 4th, maybe even a 5th as Donnie goes back and forth. Woo, with the 1-tap. Esperanto using that stealth, using that misinformation, taking full opportunity of it. Finding not 1 but 5 kills, securing a 6th round for Davis. And Cougar Esports are lying in ruin, wondering what the heck are we gonna do? This guy's insane. 8 kills to C16, 8 kills to Esperanto. No deaths to him either. He's got 7,000 credits he's sitting on. His teammates, 8,000, 4,000, 8,000. This is looking pretty grim for Cougar Esports, but let's see what they do. We know these are these guys are pretty good. The Killjoy turn coming out. Maybe finding a little damage on the C16. Nope. Various. Uh-oh. Oh, I might be smelling a 5-man spray down if they're not careful. Comes out.
I mean, an ace this late in the game too. An ace this late in the game cannot be good for the mental for Cougar Esports right now. I mean, they're down by 6 and they have to make something work. They're creeping towards mid, playing defaults. They have the Sova working up A, but there's so much KJ utility there, and they've swapped it off from B to A, which is a good play from Davis, as it seems like Cougar Esports are not working B as hard as they have in previous rounds.
This is true. Shuda, he's got that ult. He's moving out. Ooh, but he gets suppressed, I think. And he is suddenly put in a very bad situation as he rolls onto the side, pulls that ult back out. Ooh, might even find one. Ooh, whiffs 3 of them. He's only got 2 left. Smokes out. Spike's going down on the A side. This is the first plant that Cougar Esports have gotten off all game. As, oh, that shock dart spells the end for Donnie as he knows exactly where he is. Sending that ult through the wall, trying to find any sort of damage. Cougar Esports with a man disadvantage, sitting on that side. Smirf's finding kill the shooter, go on to Smurfs, Various on Akoa. As we see Karma on the last man. Ooh, is not ready for it as Various just rips him in half. No mercy allowed. Various taking pot shots at his teammates. As Davis will take a 7th round in a row. Cougar Esports now able to buy, but is that even worth it as the score now sits to 7-0 in favor of Davis?
Wow, I mean, what a retake from Davis. That was great. I mean, that was I believe a 4 versus 4, and Davis was just able to get so many picks. I mean, Various with the shock dart and all being able to spot out no one's hell, and everyone just running out. I mean, up here now, we have Shuda sitting on top of the thing to try to get a pick mid. I mean, they're desperate at this point for a round, and they really do need to get one before the half.
This is true. Ooh, location revealed for several of Cougar Esports members. The Sova taking a full brunt of that damage, but it's all right. They got the Sage, got a little bit of health back. Too disastrous as we see a drone coming out. Various spotting them. Might even rip through that wall again. As you can see, it missing pretty much all those shots. May have found 1 or 2 hits there, but nothing absolutely devastating. So Isaac has now creeped up a little bit farther onto the site. As Various is waiting for that peek, getting ready to just meet somebody with a wall of white hot lead.
Launching smoke.
Smurfsicles watching that site as he gets smoked out. There's that utility we're talking about coming in from Isaac, utility master. Oh, and we're looking at a 3-man, but he moves to reload as they peek. Smurfs may be completely unaware. Oh, and Shuda. Oh no, he pulls the trigger a little too early. Oh, and he smokes out. Oh, he rushes past him, but it doesn't matter because Various manages to capitalize on his error. As Isaac starts spraying the smoke, Cougar Esports suddenly down 2 men as they completely bungle the take. As the one opportunity they had is slip from their fingers. C16 finding a kill, but Karma shutting him down. And shut down even Smurfs as well. But Various and Bars with a synchronized takedown, capitalizing on the most unintentional blunder by Cougar Esports as they'll take an 8th round in a row. It is the first half, ladies and gents, and Cougar Esports have failed to find a single round. Only 9 kills to their name out of 8 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of the players on Cougar Esports are even unable to find a single kill, and the rest are all sitting at 5 or below, which is not a situation you want to be in the 8th round. I mean, it's just so hard to push against this. There's so much utility coming out from Davis with the Sova and the Odin, and you have the KJ and all of her utility. It just is so difficult.
Ooh, Isaac trying a little farther with C16, getting no damage, but taking a nice chunk of C16's health out. No Sage on that team, so that's kind of unfortunate. Very heavy Cougar presence in this mid. Oops, spots out Bars. Looking for a kill. Various ripping through the smoke per usual. He's got that big gun. You like to hear big bullets. Here it goes. Esperanto on the other side. Donnie almost just takes him out. Oh, and he's pushing through it, and he's not ready for Donnie to also be in it. As Donnie shuts him down. Cougar Esports now with the man advantage. Moving on to this B site with no contesting so far. They do see the Killjoy. Oh, Shooter takes a decent chunk of damage there. Oh, and he's not ready for Various to swing out with the LMG. Swinging out with another one. The man's moving like a butterfly, but he's stinging like a freaking hornet with this LMG. Oh my god, but the Isaac Newton ult comes down and just deletes him as Cougar Esports move on to the site.
Oh, they did not take to that one kindly, and Isaac Newton will have the Odin of his own. But Kua in this very spot here, they're all creeping up. And Cougar Esports takes their first round of the half, 8-1 in favor of Davis.
That was a beautiful sight to just watch Karma get absolutely deleted by that ult. Or excuse me, not Karma Various. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, Various deserved it. He had that one coming for him. I'm personally a fan of solo ults. I love it. I mean, it clears out anyone in spawn as well, but I mean, that was beautiful. Just able to finish him off with the Spectre, but he has enough money for another one, but opts for the Phantom at the last second instead. I don't know.
True. Ooh, double P coming in from mid here. Ooh, Karma getting a little ballsy. Maybe he'll go out, maybe he won't. Vision coming out, spots him out, and Isaac capitalizes on the vision. Woo! Karma also as well. C16 trying to find something. Ooh, but puts himself through a rock in a hard place. Oh, but it doesn't matter because he kills Isaac, but Shooter trades right back onto him as they start slipping onto this A site. Ooh, and it looks like we got a flank coming out here from the stage on Cougar Esports. Ooh, Donnie. Oh my god, he's gonna back up into him. Bars tries to exercise a little trigger discipline, but it doesn't matter as he finds 1 and 2. And then the spike gets shut down. It gets shut down on the site, and the door gets shut down as Smurfsicles kills Shooter, and suddenly Davis have taken this round from the clutches of defeat.
It's just a huge play from Bars, the trigger discipline and managing to find so many kills instantly as the door was closing as well. All they have to do is watch this Astra smoke. Bars is up close.
He's getting antsy. He's ready for someone to come through it. But Bars and Smurfs are smarter. They understand. We got the spike down. No need. He can come to us. We can we can bonk him when he gets. Oh, Bars spots him out. Rips through half his health bar. Now he's really on the fence here as he is looking for the peak. Might just be looking for the kill on the Bars here. Just as a little avenge himself. A little bit of revenge. Oh no, as he's looking the wrong way and he pre-fires Bars with 3 critical kills in the round to put Davis back in their back on their win. Maybe even a win streak as we see 9-1 in favor of Davis. Only 2 rounds left in the half. Timeout coming from the side of Cougar Esports, trying to figure out what's going on here. But wow, I mean, I thought this map was going to be a stalemate, but we're looking at it now, and Davis is absolutely blowing Cougar Esports out of the water right now. What's going on, Tech?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take the brooms out too early, but I mean, this match has just been looking like a sweep the whole time. I mean, we've just had Davis taking round after round, even getting so cocky or confident. I'm not sure what the right word would be, but to send like 2 players up mid. And I mean, Bars just that last round on Astra, what an amazing play, like just sitting right there, perfect position, and completely managed to shut down Cougar Esports. So I'm not surprised they're taking this time out, and we'll see if they're able to come back, hopefully regain the mental if you're a fan of Cougar Esports, and see if they can come back and try to clutch out this map. But currently I think Davis has the momentum, and that is not a position you want to be in if you're a Cougar Esports player.
This is very true. Just look at the buys, mostly full. Kua, a little short on cash, but might pull something out, or you just won't pull anything out. That's an option too. So we see Davis pretty heavy on the side of cash, still be able to full buy pretty much every single round at this point. Esperado using that drone as a little bit of early warning. Whoa, C16 just destroying Shuda. It's the battle of the jet mains, and it seems that we have a winner right now. Ooh, trying to pick on the Isaac, can't really pull it out. Ooh, a shoulder peek, but it doesn't work because Isaac just pops him in the dome. See that Silva. It's that spike. Ooh, a lot of utility coming out in this hallway. Bars Lets Isaac go past him, maybe waiting to get that flank on him as Isaac finds himself on the site. Oh, he's totally waiting. Isaac, or excuse me. Oh, bars, there we go. Getting behind all of them, taking out 2, getting the spike down. Cougar Esports in a 1v4, 1v3 now as Isaac does manage to find a kill. Shoots off that grenade. Don't really remember what that does, but it doesn't matter because Bar says, nice grenade, fool, and then matches him with a bullet. As Davis take round 10 at the take round 10 with wow. I mean, just,
He's
wow.
speechless. The 11th
I'm
round,
speechless.
I mean, goes to Davis again. You can just see. I mean, there was one fluke, 1 round, and just like that. I mean, Cougar Esports economy is broken once again. It's just the recurring theme as Davis just stacks up some cash to get Various some more Odins and C16 some more ops.
And a heavy stack on this B site coming in from both teams. Ooh, C16 really around that corner, and he kills Isaac, and he kills Donnie. Let's see if he does. He pulls out the ult. Oh, he almost missed it, but he kills Shuda. Oh, but he can't find Karma. As Karma says, no, I won't let you get the 4K, not even the A's. Bars killing Kua. 3-on-1 in favor of Davis as Karma is just at loss. Maybe looking for someone to get antsy here, but they've got him boxed in. If he moves forward, he's dead. He moves back, he's dead. It's the whip on the op, but it doesn't matter. Smurfsicles kills Karma, and Davis take the first half definitively, 11-1. They only need to win 2 rounds, and that is their victory for the Fall Frenzy. However, will we see an enormous comeback of almost unforeseen proportions? That is not true at all, but it's a very big comeback on the side of Cougar Esports.
Yeah, I mean, Davis took the last map, and they're trying their hardest to take this one, and they're doing a pretty good job at it, 11-1. I mean, Cougar Esports really needs to win this pistol round in order to have a chance to come back and just need to get some more kills on the board. I mean, it just seems like Davis just has full map control and is just winning all their gunfights. I mean, you can just see the kill differential between the 2 teams is just staggering. And I like these little one-ways from Brimstone. Usually you'd see Omen doing this, but I do like to see the use of that.
Yeah, it's kind of curious, I guess. I've never actually seen that before.
Yeah, so that's usually pretty common with like Astra smokes or Omen smokes normally, but Brimstone does have 3 smokes, which is more than what's it called? More than Omen at least, so it is pretty useful.
C16 tearing through this wall. Heavy mid presence here from the side of Davis. Ooh, C16 taking a little damage, but Esperado manages to match damage with a kill onto Shuda. A bit of an MVP there. Picks something up. Don't really see. Donnie kills C16. Various on to Donnie. We're looking at 4-3 in favor of Davis as they are rotating back towards that mid. Oh, looking for something real nasty here, as it looks like Kua might get caught out completely unaware. We'll see Bars with full auto. Karma, Esperado with a share of round 1. Karma with the kill on Esperado. We see the duel might be opening. Bars
30 seconds left.
Picks up the spike and is 3-1 in favor of Davis. Oh, as Esports may get spot out. Karma getting spotted out, and Davis take round 12, putting it on to tournament points in favor of Davis.
Wow,
This
I mean,
may be for all the marbles. As we see as all the money getting spent on both sides, neither team holding back as they understand this is the one shot, one opportunity to either lose the marbles or take it all. As we see 3 mid, 1 on either site from the side of Cougar Esports, looking for maybe a rotate. But it looks to be a 4-1 split on the side of Davis. Very little presence actually on the A side. If Davis moves fast enough, they can just take the site straight up. As we see,
looks like the Astra orbs
catches the rotate. Donnie catching Smurf though, matching it. As we see, as I said, Davis just slinking onto the site, getting a free plant, free takedown. Various smelled the flank coming in from Isaac, and this may be it for Cougar Esports. They're down a man, but Shuda pulls it back. It's a kill in the C16. Maybe not just yet. 3-3, both at full health. Various on the other side of the smoke, spraying through it, revealed his position. Same with that, but Shuda comes in with a kill on the Various on Esperado, and look at that, Shuda with 3 crucial kills keeps Cougar Esports in this game. And passing off that defuse per usual, I would. Tech, can you do me a favor and explain that for the viewers at home who may not know what they're talking about? This is definitely not a cover because I've noticed that a lot this game, and I just would like a little explanation. Why is there a practical reason why they're passing off the defuse?
Yeah, so the person who fully defuses the spike actually gets another ult point. So as you can see, the ultimate of Various right now is 6 out of 8. So if he gets 2 more, which you can achieve by either killing someone, dying, or defusing the spike, or picking up an ult orb, of course. And it basically acts the same as an ult orb. So typically you'll give the final half of the defuse to the person closest to their ult or the person with the most useful ult. So a lot of times you'll see it going to Sage players or Jet players. Just typically, a lot of times Killjoy as well, just because their ultimates are so useful. So passing off the spike is really important, and it's used a lot when there's good communication, actually.
This is true, and it does appear that we've had a bit of a technical difficulty, a DC on the side of, I think, Davis. So we're just going to go ahead and wait it on out, per usual, but it's all good, because side of Cougar Esports, never mind. Side of Cougar Esports. And wow. Shuda, I told you he was the top performer, and while he may not have shown it beforehand, he definitely showed it then, because it takes a top performer to find 3 kills in the face of very poor odds to keep his team in this game. And is this the absurd comeback that we're talking about? What would have to be a now 10 win streak without dropping a single round to take it into OT. We're gonna have to see.
Yeah, I mean, Davis right now is just playing so dominantly. I don't think it's going to. I mean, in my opinion, I think this game is kind of chalked. We did have a technical difficulty. We'll see if we're able to bring it back and restore the round. I'm not sure if we'll be able to, but I mean, it's 1 round to go for Davis to take the map. I mean, it's 12-2 right now, or 12-1. I'm not sure. It is
12-2 right
12-2.
Wow. They got their first round. What is it? They got it was 10, or no, it was 11-1 at the end of that, and it looks like 12-2.
Back.
And we are already back. That was quite quick, unlike last time, but it's all good. As we see a heavy stack coming in from Davis, just moving in. Oh, that's. He throws a smoke on it? Hold up, does that work that way? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. C16 finds a kill on the Shuda. Karma with the shock dart. Ooh, might find some damage there, but he doesn't. Ooh, C16's coming in hard, spraying through the smoke. Everybody's spraying through the smoke as Donnie gets a kill on Desperado. Davis 4-4. Cougar on the site, or excuse me, Davis on the site. Cougar matching it. Donnie gets a kill on the C16, shutting it down. Oh my cool with a double spray down, but the Fairies with the shock dart. Davis in a 1v3 situation. Spike is down, but Donnie will shut him down. Cougar Esports still kicking it with a lot of vitality as they take a 3rd round now. And we may be looking at a 10-round comeback. Don't let me jinx it, knock on wood, but I think the Cougar Esports are not out of this. They were too dominant in this tournament to just give up now. And I think that we are in it to win it here. Let's see what they do. A little bit. Let's see. Eco's good on both teams. Full buy on both sides.
Yeah, and it looks
like
we may
have had a DC on the side of Isaac.
Yeah, so I believe Cougar Esports are just going to play this in a 4 versus 5. It looks like Isaac Newton disconnected, and they might just be feeling kind of defeated right now, being down by such a large amount. But
this is true.
I mean, they did win last round.
Towards mid, Esperado moving in hard. Koa getting spotted out. Ooh, and look at that. Esperado catching Donnie, who's at loss of what to do. C16 rolling onto the side. Ooh, almost getting the double spray down there for Kua. Various shuts him down. Shuda, bam, takes out Smurfsicles.
Planted.
And he may be looking for another one. Ooh, pulls out the ult. We know how dangerous he is with this. Various spawns someone out towards that spawn as he sends his ult through the wall, finding a lot of damage. Ooh. Finds the collateral, a 3rd kill, and looks like it is just Shuda as he's scrapping for any kills. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, after a month, a week, I have no bloody clue. Davis will take that round. They will take that map. And with it, Davis are your Fall Frenzy champions.
Well, a round of applause to Davis. I mean, what an amazing showing. Even after losing the first map, come back and take the next two. And what a sweep on that third map. I mean, ending the game at 13-3. Serious, impressive showing from Davis. And once again, we just want to thank all the players in this tournament. You guys all did amazing, but as we know, there can only be one winner, and this season it is UC Davis. So a huge congratulations to all of them. I know how hard this is, and I know how hard everyone has worked for this, so a huge congrats.
This is true. And thank you all for the viewers for coming in to tune in, support your team, support us. It means a lot. If you want to follow us elsewhere, we've got our Twitter, we've got our Twitch, and we've got our Instagram and a YouTube, I believe, or maybe not an Instagram, but
we have Instagram. We got everything.
We do have we do have an Instagram. Beautiful. Pacific Esports, no caps. And I mean, what a beautiful tournament. Such great plays, great players, great rounds, great games. And all in all, just such a fun time. And don't think that this is the last of it, because we will be seeing more of these teams, hopefully, and more here on Pacific Esports.
Absolutely great. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us during this broadcast. And again, a huge shout out to Cougar Esports, the high school team, for going ahead and taking the Fall Frenzy. I think we might be wrapping it up here soon, unless there's any more analysis that we need to do. So I just want to thank you. I'm Tech, or Garrett, and I want to thank you all so much for coming.
And I'm Tony. You won't get to know my IG until later, but you can look it up on our Liquidpedia, which is pretty cool. Where, fun fact, when we submitted our names, I accidentally added one more C to my name. But that's irrelevant. It's funny. Yes, but it was, hard-fought victory for Davis. And again, honestly, I commend Cougar Esports for coming in with high school, even if you are all our seniors or something, coming in and just taking people out.
I totally said the wrong thing. I said Cougar. I said Cougar Esports won. Oh my! It's been a long night. It's been a lot of Valorant. It's been a lot of rounds.
This is true.
Davis, I mean, sorry. I'm getting I'm PTSD for when they beat us. That's my fault. Huge shout out to Davis. Yes.
It's okay. You gotta. What is it? You gotta see him. You gotta see him get pwned a little bit. But all in all, we say again, thank you for being here. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, the whole 9 yards. I'm Tony. This is Tech. This is Pacific Esports League. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
We'll see you next time. Peace.